Hello everybody, welcome to this exclusive live event where we're going to be cooking up deals, but also tons of recipes, show you how to use our products. This is a much requested event where you get to see how to use your favorite Well Your World products at home. But not only that, we have incredible deals and savings today. Today, Tuesday, April 29th. So if you're watching the replay, you might have missed it. But stay tuned because you are going to get some awesome ideas watching this show. We got Dylan here. He is so ready.
Here are the deals. You ready to see them? We are making tons of different Well Your World recipes today. Thank you, Reeves. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah,
it won't be 3.5 hours like last time, but we'll be around for a while. We've got at least 8 or 9 different things we're going to be doing. I don't even know what all of them are, but we're going to figure them out together.
We sure are.
Here are the deals we're doing. If you spend 75 bucks, you get 10% off. It's going to be automatic at the checkout. You don't have to know a code or anything. 125, 15% off. 225, 20% off. Who's going for that 225? Am I right? And then, of course, if you're a member, you got 10% off of everything on top of that. So if you're wondering, now is a really good time to become a member. You can go to wellyourworld.com. Where do I have my little membership thing? Let's talk about the membership really quickly. Here it is. Here's our membership, Well Your Weekend. Go to wellyourworld.com/cooking show and you can sign up for our membership. Do that first, then you'll be a member already, so that anything that you order after that will get the stacked discounts. Yeah, they stack all right. And of course, as a member, what our membership really is, it's 2 live cooking shows a month. Those are cooking shows not like today, but more like where we don't use Well Your World products, okay? Where we do all of our recipe creation and development. It happens during those shows. With our members, it's a community show. Everybody's here hanging out in the chat box, having a great time, like we are today. But in our membership is where we're inventing new recipes that eventually make their way into the cookbooks on YouTube. But as a member, you get access to every show we've ever done, going all the way back to episode 1, where it was a whole different show back then.
That was 7 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
7 years this summer.
That was 7 years. That was PR, pre-Reeves.
Pre-Reeves. But you only missed the first 30 or so shows.
Yeah,
You've
30.
been here much more than you haven't. Okay.
Hey,
anyway.
We have some recipes, some programming for today, but just like our live cooking show, the floor is yours. If you have any questions you've always wondered about this thing or that thing, it doesn't have to be about our products. It could be about health and lifestyle in general. We're here to answer your questions and create a conversation around it so you guys get to control where this goes. Awesome. And if not, we're just going to show you the recipes and talk about our lives, which will probably be our children, but that happens, of course.
We could talk about the kids. I didn't queue up any photos. We had them on our Thursday hangout last week, so you got a little glance of them. We're also doing giveaways. We're gonna start. I want to talk about our soups a little bit because I think they're such a revolutionary product that has helped so many people. And then we're gonna give away a pack of our soups. We'll give away some stuff throughout the show. So stick around. I'll be asking you to say something in the chat when the time comes. Reeves has got some silly questions. And she's going to put you on the spot. That's what's going to happen.
For now, I want to know. Okay, put a emoji in the chat if you're secretly watching this at work. Okay?
Who's getting paid to watch the show today?
Who's got one earbud in and their phone like this?
Who's getting paid? Reeves with the emoji. All right. Excellent. Happy to see it.
When's the 10-minute meals cookbook coming out?
Not too long. I did get all the recipes edited finally, but I have to edit the rest of the book, which is easier than the recipes. So give me a little bit of time, but we will definitely have that book out soon, before summer, okay? It's going to be the next thing we're working on. But we've got a lot of exciting things coming. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time talking about the future. Let's talk about right now, but we will get to that. I need to take some breaks. Last time I went without even sitting down, I feel like. I got a chair ready. We'll be able to sit down and just chill right here for a minute, okay, from time to time.
Karn says definitely at work.
Karn is packing your orders right now. They are flying in. So there's the deal there. They're going to happen automatically. Even if you're a member, that happens automatically. If you have any trouble, you can email us. We can fix it after, whatever, but everything on the website should be working great. We've got a lot of orders already coming in, so I know it's true. Okay, let's talk about our soups. Oh, I forgot I was going to bring them over here. Well, that's easy.
When's the Asian broth coming?
Asian broth is very soon too. It's going to be next month sometime. Get excited. So we have, I'm only brought out a few, but we have a lot of Well Your World soups. We have 10. We have 2 more coming soon also. Our black bean and rice is like my favorite right now. It changes. Smoky white bean soup, so good. All of these are just add water and throw them in your Instant Pot or on your stove top. Hearty lentil stew. Our mighty mushroom is so good. Pardon my gashed hands. I accidentally hit my hand on stucco of the house and scraped my knuckles open. Great. I'm not exactly a hand model today. Our potato corn chowder, and we have a creamy potato. We have 2 different potatoes because people love potato so much. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So that is a few of our soups. We're gonna actually make, my other favorite right now is our khichdi. This is kind of an Indian flavor. It's not hot, none of these are spicy. I mean, they're herby spicy, right? But they're not like hot. And I wanna show you just how fast it is to whip one of these babies up. We have these adorable little boxes, okay? Pop it open. Ooh, you can rip it open, you can save them, you can put them on your mantle and line them all up like kids used to do with the booze bottles in college. Why?
Just like all along the top of the cabinet.
Yeah, just all Well Your World soup. There's so many lovely different colors, and it's fun. You know, get them up there. So inside you got 2 little packets. Okay, one's the chunky stuff and one's the flavory stuff. And all you do is take your. This is. Oh, it's out of this frame here. I won't have that thing on the screen the whole time annoying you, don't worry. But for now it is because people are just coming in. So, soups. I got the 3-quart Instant Pot. It's very handy for this. It could actually, 3-quart, it's pretty full when you do 2, but you can actually do 2. So anyway, all you do is take a scissor, open these both up and throw them in. There's one. This one's, look how beautiful. I mean, it's got all kinds of dried veggies, peas and beans and potatoes and all kinds of beautiful chunks of greens and stuff like that in there too. It's gorgeous.
A lot of people are wondering about the cooked serving size. You'll get to see it.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see it. But it makes about 2 bowls.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of spice blend go in there now, and then all you do is boom. This is, you know, most of a mason jar. 3.5 cups. Sometimes I do 4 cups because when you open these, they'll thicken up a little bit. If a little bit sticks to the bottom, you shouldn't get a burn warning. But when you open it up and it's all done, just give it a nice scraping on the bottom. It's not going to be burnt. It never is for me. Throw the water in. Give it a little stir. Like that. Have another glance. You can throw in boiling water if you want to save time, but now you can see that you got a nice soupy consistency, which is going to change because we're going to cook it. And then boom.
Do the soups have nutritional yeast?
Some do, some don't. It's always listed if there's nutritional yeast. Put this on sealing, 20 minutes, Reebs, maybe. Go back to you, Reebs, and I'll go plug this thing in. But that's it. Some people, well, one thing I'll say, some people like to throw in additional fresh veggies. If you've got things that you want to use in your fridge, throw all that in too. You can chop it up. But this is the fast way, okay? And this is the way I eat it, which is throw it in, water, turn it on, boom. And then at the table, maybe I'll sprinkle on a little bit of salt, but all of our products are totally SOS free, no added salt, oil, or sugar. I'm all about you add your own salt. We're not anti-salt. We do use some added salt, and it's up to you. So many of our people, many of our viewers, our customers, whatever, do not use any added salt, and we want to make sure that these products don't have the added salt, not just for them, but because I think even the people who do eat salt should be adding it ourselves at the bowl. Just like Dr. John McDougall used to always say, we don't need to necessarily demonize salt for everybody. Some people have problems and need to avoid salt. That's fine. But we like to just sprinkle it at the table. That way you're not relying on a food manufacturer like me to decide how much salt's going in these, because we're all different. We all desire a different flavor. We all like different types of salt too, I've learned. People are very particular about their salt, which is, you know, whatever. And that's it. Any questions about that? Back to you, Reebs. I'll go throw this thing. I'm going to put it around the corner so it's not making noise.
When is Cassandra doing a show? We almost got her to agree to an office cooking show because she's always whipping up stuff up there. So Keep pushing her, and maybe one day she'll say yes. What will the Asian broth be good for? Well, we love those lotus rice ramen that you can get from Costco, and it'll be so easy to just whip up a little ramen soup. Or
I'm going to get a bag of those.
Okay, go get it, Dill. Or just sip on it. I feel like it's so hard to recreate some Asian dishes because a lot of them rely heavily on salt, whether that be soy sauce or miso paste. So it really took us a long time to like perfect that Asian flavor without it tasting salty, and it's just so delicious. You could use it, you know, when you're doing a stir fry and you're water sauteing. Instead of using the water, you can use the Asian broth, and it's just gonna add so much flavor. It's so delicious. I'm so excited. And if you guys haven't already tried our original veggie broth, it is amazing.
We're going to be using it a bunch today. But these are the lotus noodles that we really love. You can get them in this big batch from Costco. Brown rice and millet. And they look like these little patties. And I sprinted up the stairs. But anyway, we like to just cook these, throw in some chunks of tofu, you know, some cubes of tofu, our Asian broth, really good. Sprinkle on some sesame seeds, maybe some chopped green onions, and you've got a really simple Asian soup. If you want to take it up a notch even more, use is our dried veggie blend out? I don't know the status of everything. Out meaning on the counter somewhere.
Oh no.
It's not sold out. Did we go eat through
Look
ours?
back and to the right. I'm the one that keeps like the inventory of the pantry. So
oh, there it is.
Every time he wonders where something is,
got a
I charge
couple
him
bottles.
$5.
Okay, so.
Do your husbands ever can't find something in plain view? Charge them $5 every time.
I've charged her $5 back just as many times. You can play this game, ma'am, but you're not gonna win it. Hey, here's our our dried veggie mix, dried veggie blend. It's got all kinds of vegetables in here that are dehydrated, okay? So really good for adding to that Asian soup too. A fast, easy ramen, you even got your veggies, okay? We did a really cool, on the last we call this our QVC show, but I guess we should call it an infomercial. I don't know.
I just used to love watching QVC.
It's hanging out, it's making stuff, and if you can't get our products, you can still get a lot of ideas from what we're doing here, okay? And make them work in your own kitchen. But we took this with some of the boxed, you know, the boxed brown rice, the parboiled, what do they call it? Minute rice?
Oh yeah.
We took this, the veggies, any of our seasonings, put it in a thermos with boiling water, closed it up, in 15 minutes, everything was perfect. Didn't have to cook it or anything. Awesome for taking to work, awesome for prepping in your thermos, and then at work, add your boiling water from the water cooler, have a quick conversation with a colleague, and you got ready rice. So anyway, enough of what we did last time. What are we doing this time? So those are our soups. Let's do a giveaway, Reeves.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't.
My mom would say, if it was a snake, it would have bitten you. And Tall Nan says, as a joke, we call that man eyes. When you can't find something.
Oh man, that's rude. That's incredibly rude.
Trying to find it with your man eyes? That's so sexist.
Okay, it's giveaway time, Reeves. We're gonna give away a 4-pack of soups. If you're already ordering something else, we'll add some soups to your order, so don't be afraid to place your normal order. We can always combine it.
Yeah.
Reeves, what's your question? This is going to be in the chat box.
Okay. I've got some real wild ones today, so I'm just going to come off with the wildest one, okay? Yeah. What kitchen tool would you be in a Pixar movie about plant-based kitchen coming to life?
Wow. What Pixar kitchen tool would you be?
It's like Toy Story meets the Brave Little Toaster. What would you be in an animated movie about plant-based?
Toy Story meets the Brave Little Toaster, or just the Brave Little Toaster meets the Brave Little Toaster.
If you could add googly eyes and a smile to something in the kitchen, what would you be?
Let's start to hear it, and we will take drawings if you'd like to email in the drawings, or an AI-generated version of you as a Pixar cooking item. Reeves.
Okay, we've got a lot of votes.
The entries are coming in.
Vitamix, Spiralizer, Potato Masher, gotta be close to my spuds. I would be an Instant Pot. Blender, of course. Monster spoon, of course. Yes, exactly.
That might be mine.
Garlic rock with googly eyes. Yes, I was hoping someone would say that. Can opener, lots of garlic rocks, Vitamix, a tofu press. That one's interesting.
Okay.
Lots of votes for a whisk.
We ready to choose a winner?
Yeah.
Okay, winner is getting chosen now. Jackie, you won. Jackie, Jackie, email us right now, or don't leave the
Is
live
it Jackie
stream.
Gallagher?
Jackie Gallagher, yes.
Oh, I see it.
And we know Jackie, right? I recognize her name. But email us and confirm your address, and we'll get you a 4-pack of soups. Thanks for playing. We're gonna do like 5 other giveaways. I don't know how many. But remind me if I forget, because I'm not like super used to doing giveaways.
Yeah, what tool were you, Jackie? The chat's going too fast that I didn't see your entry. Remind us what tool you are.
Next, boy, we've got a good one for you. Okay.
Did everyone love that question?
That was a great question. Thank you so much. What did she pick? What tool was she? I missed it. We picked at random. We didn't pick because your tool was the best.
Yeah.
I want it to be random, not skill-based for these. Okay, we are gonna play with our cobbler, our banana pancake. We did a oven banana pancake cobbler. I don't know what fruit cobbler. But now I want to show you a really fast version. We developed this together with our members on our live cooking show. We have a lot of fun on that show. I hope you'll join us. Like I was saying before, if you do, you've got another 10%. Go sign up for the cooking show. We've got a couple great shows coming up this month. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. But Reeves could tell you later. And then you'll get another 10% off. Anyway, we did this in our cooking show, and it's the fastest cobbler microwaved. We're gonna do it right here on my little drawer microwave, and we got like just enough left. The kids love our banana pancake mix, by the way. It does make pancakes, despite our showing it doing all kinds of not pancake things.
Yeah.
It's like our kids' favorite thing to do on the weekends is make these pancakes because they can actually do the whole thing.
Yeah.
They pull up their little learning towers here, stand up. They can pour out this. Sometimes Luca pours it in his mouth and he has a banana pancake mustache on his face of just the powder.
Uh-huh. And you're like,
They're
were you
wild.
eating the powder? And he's like, no.
Not me. But all they gotta do is add milk, stir it up, and boom, we can make pancakes. So it's really fun for them.
Anyway. We have 2 of those learning towers, which Luca calls standers.
Standers,
which
yeah.
is so funny. And I'll put just a little of the mix and with a spoon and give it to Otis, and he thinks he's doing it too, but he's not.
So here is the berry blend. You can get the various different berry blends from Costco. Or wherever you like to go. Here's the Kirkland 3-berry blend. It's a nice big bag, which is handy because it's a good deal. The bigger the bag, the better the deal. And so we just keep it in the freezer. I make smoothies with that, but this is...
You know what? Same as our savings today. The bigger the bag, the better the deal.
Bigger the... Join us.
What's that one like voice warm-up you do?
One. I don't know. I do...
Like whether
I do
the
voice
weather,
warm-ups as a
whatever,
joke.
wherever or not?
Yeah. But I don't do them for real.
You do them
I do
before
them to
every
make
live
fun
show.
of voice warm-ups, which
Gina,
have a place.
Gina says Standers is a better name. A lot of the names
like
my
Standers.
kids give to things are better than their actual names.
Are we cooking or telling stories? Let's go. We got half a cup of the fruit. Check it out. I threw it right here. Is it half a cup? What did you guys write
A lot of
down?
people are saying they love that berry blend.
Okay, that's a great berry blend. 1 cup. So this is a cup of frozen fruit. It already thawed a little, so I cheated, but all you need is 45 seconds. Let's throw it in for like a little bit of time because it's probably not thawed all the way through. But you do 45 seconds. By the way, if you wanted to make it a little sweeter, should we just tinker around with this? I don't want to distract you from how fast and easy this is. Literally put fruit in, microwave it. Now, if you want to take it to the extra, you can add a little bit of additional date powder, make it a little sweeter in there, but you don't have to. You could squeeze in a little bit of lemon. Where's my knife, by the way? I forgot to organize that before the show. But here, you can just sprinkle in. You can see my whole, okay, just sprinkle in a little bit of date powder here.
Okay, people are really excited to see the date powder in use today.
Oh, good. Well, we use the date powder the most out of all Well Your World products, I think. You don't even need to stir this. You can just rock and roll. And I'm going to throw this in the microwave, okay? Tell us more, Reeves.
Okay,
What are they excited about with the date powder?
Well, they just
45
want
is probably
to.
too
They
much.
want to see how it's used, and you're going to see that the majority of the uses we use the date powder for are actually savory dishes. I mean, obviously, it's great to
Not
add
much
a
of
little
a baker.
add a little sweetness to berries in our oatmeal every morning, of course. But the date powder can make savory dishes just come to life.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's probably my favorite product. We actually got slammed with a massive tariff on date powder, but
dang
I'm
it.
just gonna swallow it this time because I think it's temporary. But it was a biggie.
Alma says date powder is one of my staples. If you love the date powder, please put in the chat what you use it for, because we love to get this community going and sharing ideas. We're
love
just
that.
here to like host the party. You guys are the ones.
You're the animals.
You guys are the entertainment.
Okay, I've got about a half a cup left in the jar. It just ended up being about the perfect amount.
Like Abby says, date powder is a must in chili. Absolutely, 1000%.
It is. We used to make the chili without it, and we're like, it's just a little too sharp. So here we go. Let's get this back out. So that microwave for 45 seconds. It's a little soupy, which is kind of how you want your cobbler to be. Okay, see that? Now we're gonna take a half a cup of our banana pancake mix. Let's just keep you in here close. And then some soy milk. My favorite soy milk, my favorite all plant milk is just the plain old soy milk from Trader Joe's. I just love it. And now there's no real measurement. I mean, you guys did write down a quarter cup, okay? But you just write enough to get, and then let's just stir it. You just want enough liquid to make a nice thick dough that we're gonna spread on top of our fruit and microwave it again. You see where this is going?
It's really forgiving too. I can make them really thick. I can make them really thin when I'm doing pancakes, and they come out great every time.
Yeah, for this, on the thick side, for sure. It's a little thick. So it's just like a few tablespoons of the milk is all it's gonna take. Boom.
Okay, somebody had a good question about the date powder. Now I lost it. Oh, Renee, how do you calculate the amount to use? I bought it but haven't used it yet.
Oh, okay.
Probably they're talking about like as a sugar
Like
replacement.
as a sugar replacement? Well, first of all, I have on here 1 whole date equals 2 teaspoons of date powder. That varies. I mean, you're just gonna get to know this date powder from use, but it's just to give you a starting off point, you know? But we like to use it 1-to-1, but I would say that it's half as sweet as processed sugar. But that's why I like to use it 1-to-1, because most of the time if you're like making it in a baking recipe, whatever, those are too damn sweet. So I like cutting it and using 1-to-1 and getting a little bit less sweetness, because everything I eat that's meant to be sweet tastes too sweet to me. That could just be me. So you can do 2-to-1 if you want, but you know, you're gonna have to adjust the liquid in your recipe if you're, you know, modifying a recipe. But we don't really use it. We don't do a lot of measuring with this. It's always just adding, oh, we do have the super chats turned on. We work for tips. Thank you, Gina says. Thanks for all you do. Love you guys. Can we make cookies from the banana pancake mix? I don't see why not. I have not thought that's a great request. We should try that on the show. Gina, you're a member, so you could try it with us on the show. We'll do it on an upcoming show and see what happens. I don't see why not. I mean, there's some things I'd want to add to it in addition to the mix, but okay, I don't want to distract from the fact this is so fast and easy. All I did, it's a little thick, so maybe I'll throw a little splash. As it sits, it'll thicken. You don't want this to sit long because there is some baking powder, an SOS-Free, no added salt type of baking powder in here that is going to puff this up nicely. So let's get it in. Ready?
I'm ready.
We're just gonna drop it on top.
Did you tell everyone you're making like a mug cake?
This is a mug cake, is that what we call it?
Or is it just a personal
This
cobbler?
is a personal cobbler mug cake, okay? And we use only about a half a cup of our banana pancake mix. We're just dumping it right on top. That looks really nice. It's gonna make a mess, so I'm gonna put it on a plate. My berries are juicy.
Sandra says, I've been able to rescue so many of our favorite recipes that we would never have been able to anymore after going whole food plant-based SOS free. Yes, it is so easy to save a recipe with our date powder or our sriracha. We'll save any recipe.
I love that.
Because sometimes it just comes out kind of whatever. Just sprinkle a little stardust in there. Will this be around for replay? I want to go back and get some recipes. Yeah. Oh, that is something I forgot to mention.
Yes.
Is that we have a recipe PDF.
This time.
Yeah. You guys wanted one last time, so we made it for you this time. Cassandra, drop that in the chat. It's in the description of this video also.
Yeah, we got the recipes available. This will stay up for replay.
Yes.
And that answers your questions. Yeah, last time we made you go back and just figure it out because it was the Wild West last time. We didn't know what we were doing.
We were winging it.
But we had a lot of fun. Okay, how is it? I'm going to go another 10, 15 seconds.
Sherry's asking, if I order today, approximately how long will it take to arrive in California?
California's pretty fast. If we weren't queued with a lot of orders, you'd get it within 1 or 2 days. But with as many orders as there might be ahead of you right now, it could be a couple extra days. But, you know, it's pretty fast because we're in Arizona, so it's pretty fast to California. But we're pretty fast even to like the East Coast, so.
Yeah, we have really fast shipping. There might be times where we have a whole lot of orders.
We overflowed.
Dill, I'm glad that you put a plate underneath.
Yeah, me too. That might have been a slightly too small of an item. Okay, I get to be the one to taste this.
You didn't actually do it in a mug. Maybe our vessel's just too short.
Look at this thing. It popped right up. You can see it's coming right up from the baking powder. We have this puffy topping. Look, it's nice and bready. Okay, and if it's still a little sloppy, you just go another 10 seconds. It'll get there, trust me. So this is really fun. Oh, one thing I forgot to add was I was going to sprinkle on some cinnamon because our mix doesn't have cinnamon in it. Optional, you know, not a big deal. Okay, here we go. It's definitely cookie. You know, it's cooked it through. And hot, be careful.
That doesn't faze you.
So it's just perfect. It's a total mess, but you can see that. Come on, baby, give us a little zoom, just this once. Here we go.
A personal cobbler, just a little overflowing.
Just a little overflowing, and also very blurry. Is it this side you want it on? Okay, it just wants it further to this side of the lens. So you can see that the breading is nice. It's really a delight. So when you're stuck and you're like, oh, I need a dessert, because it happens to us all. Then you want that little sweetness, the end of the night, something to sit on the couch and eat in front of the TV that isn't going to be 12 handfuls of nuts. Been there, done that. But this is a really nice, simple size portion. It's not going to get you into trouble with calorie density so much. You know, it's no different from our banana pancakes. We added a little bit of date powder, but it's fruit at the end of the day. So have some fun with this. Reebs, you want a couple bites?
Yeah, I do. I don't have a microwave. Oven temp for personal cobbler. Oven, you know, would be...
That's the one we did last time.
Yeah, if you have a bunch of those little ramekins, you could put a lot on a tray and cook them all at one time. I don't know how long. I would try, you know, 15, 20 minutes.
Cass could take a glance and get back to us because it was in... Oh, no, we didn't have a PDF for that one. It's fast. The cobbler does not take long in the oven.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the one we did in November, or it was like the first day of December, or the 2nd of December, on Cyber Tuesday or whatever. You can see it how we did it in the oven version. I just wanted to show this fast, easy microwave version because this is the desserty sweet things. Funny that we're starting with this, but desserty sweet things can be a bit of a crutch for people, and to knock them off course because they just have these certain things they can't do without that they bring into the house, and if they're in your house, you're gonna eat them. Probably all of it in one sitting like me. So this is nice because it's not so much. And like even if you had a second one, it wouldn't set you back too far, you know? So we started out with a sweet bang.
Yeah, you started with dessert first and it was so good. Or breakfast, whatever you want to do.
I have no memory of what else we're doing despite doing the planning with you. Next, we're gonna make a tomato artichoke salad. Are you ready for this? Snowcat, thank you so much, Sammy, for the super chat. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Can't believe we already did 2 recipes. Okay,
Is it rude that I'm eating because they're so good?
Everybody likes that you eat. We always get self-conscious about it, and then we get emails, just eat. We love to see it.
Like a mukbang, they're just watching us. Just like living vicariously through us.
That's
Made
right.
the Instant Pot enchilada rice. Thanks, it was so good. Made it yesterday. Hey, that's from our last live cooking show episode.
We've been eating it this week too.
Yeah.
Because we had some left over from the cooking show.
I love having leftovers from that cooking show because it's Friday and I don't have to cook the whole weekend. It's the most amazing thing.
Here we go with a little recipe. This one, this is one that we made in a membership show, but we've now tweaked it and developed it to use our products for even faster. Okay, so what are we doing? Let's remind myself. We're gonna throw everything in a bowl and that's that. That's great. That's my favorite kind of salad. So this is our tomato artichoke salad. What I love is that we've got lots of starch in there via some chickpeas. We actually cooked these up from scratch just this morning, so this is a fresh batch. But otherwise use, you know, 1.5 cups or 1 can of chickpeas is all this was, and we just gave it a rinse, you know the drill. Okay. Yeah, keep it coming.
Can I roll in some questions while you do this?
Yes. These go back to you. I'm figuring out what you did with the artichokes and why they're over here.
Oh, I put them on the wrong tray.
Oh, that's all it was. Okay.
Silly me. There was like, usually I have to set up 3 or 4 trays. It was like 9 trays this morning.
It was intense.
In the same amount of time. So, Eve is asking, I use quite a bit of milk, thinking of switching to soy milk, but wondering if you get too much soy in your diet. Anybody know?
Yeah, we all know. That's a myth. Don't worry about the soy in your diet unless you have a specific allergy or sensitivity to soy. Most of us don't. Soy is a really healthy way, especially if you're wanting to get a little bit of extra protein. We don't, hit hard on the whole protein fixation here, but soy is very healthy, and the myths about it making man boobs or being estrogenic or whatever, you don't need to worry about that. Soy is a very, very healthy part of a well-balanced diet. Yeah,
I wouldn't drink it directly.
Well, but not because soy is bad, but just because why do you want those calories?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 100 calories or whatever in a cup of soy milk, So we mostly cook with it, unless we're eating oat clusters, and then we'll have a little bit of icy milk with it.
Yeah, a special treat.
Love tofu, tempeh. We even have some recipes where we used whole soybeans, very healthy. Soy is just a little more fat. It's just something to be aware of if you're working on weight loss and that's your #1 priority. Then the fatter things like nuts and seeds and avocado, olives, which are also salty and fat. Soy is a little more, soy is less though. Compared to nuts and seeds, soy is way less calorie dense. So if you had to choose because you're doing weight loss, soy is a great way. Even garbanzo beans, it's just a bean, but there's more fat in a garbanzo bean than say a pinto bean or a black bean. But is it something that you need to keep a bunch of track of? No, we don't think like that. So, but it's fun to be aware of what's in the food, basically, not having all these numbers memorized because that just creates a slippery slope of calorie counting, more or less. Okay.
Lori says Dylan is a proud soy boy.
I'm a proud soy boy for sure, and I got a flat man chest with regular pecs, not anything distended. Anyway, let's move on. We got cherry tomatoes.
You do have a physique that if you were growing boobs, it would be quite obvious, like right away.
Yeah, most men do have a physique where that would be obvious.
Lori says, "Dang, those guns."
These guns? We've been working out, okay? Now, it's pretty silly to ever call them guns. I appreciate it. But we have been getting in the gym. Reeves is amazing in the gym. She's a strong lady, and she has good form. So she has been my motivation, and I hers, for getting in the gym and making sure the camera went on and off. Making sure we're getting it done. Because I went, with having kids and everything, we took a definite break from physical fitness. So it's nice to be back, but still ate healthy food. Okay, what are we doing? We're just gonna slice some thinly sliced red onion. Probably only need about 1/4 of a red onion. Let's see where it gets us.
Better soy boy than dairy fairy.
Wow, I have not heard that one. That's funny. Here's some nice thinly sliced red onion. You can dice it, whatever. We'll chop it a little smaller, keep it kind of bite-sized, but that looks like a good amount.
Jesse's asking in the chat, we're having lots of non-vegan people over this weekend. We're doing a build-your-own taco bar. Excellent
Genius.
idea for that kind of mixed crowd. What ingredients would you suggest we include to really amp up the flavors? So if you guys have any ideas to help her out.
Yeah, help her out in the chat. I think that any of our recipes are great. I mean, pick the ones that are a little less like throw it in a pot and be done, maybe, if you're trying to entertain people or impress people.
Dylan loves Mexican food, and so do I. So because of that, we actually have more Latin-inspired recipes than usual on our free blog on our website. Maybe Cassandra can link the nacho blog, which has our red and green salsa, our guacamole. I mean, these are showstoppers that anyone's gonna love.
If you're a member, our taco pasta is really good. We're gonna come out with that one on YouTube in a few weeks too. But some of the ones where we might have a little bit of creaminess from nuts might be a good idea. So, you know, you definitely have options. Man, I should have sharpened this knife. I just forgot. It's still good enough.
Okay, if you
We could sharpen the knife together if you want.
Oh yeah, people love that sharpener. Dylan's making an artichoke salad right now.
This is our, what do we call it? Tomato artichoke salad. I'm just chopping up some cherry tomatoes. You could just half these. I'm cutting them a little smaller than that, as you can see.
Loving the chat right now. Nancy says, so far I'm just throwing stuff in a pot and learning which spices to use. That's how I started out when I was 24 years old and I didn't know how to cook anything. And I went straight into plant-based. And I made a dump and go meal and took a new spice blend every week and tried it out. And that's what's awesome about ours is they're pre-mixed blends. So if you know you like Latin flavor, you get our Fiesta, you get our chili lime, you get our new red or green chilies, you can get our Indian, and you can just try a new one every week. Make a starch blaster every week, flavor it differently. If you
don't know what a starch blaster is, it's where we throw a bunch of dried starches, our dehydrated veggie mix that we were just showing you earlier, into the Instant Pot with water and flavoring, our spice blends, what have you, and boom. We actually did that one back in the December version of our infomercial. This is coming along, looking nice. Tomatoes, some red onion, garbanzos. Let's throw in the artichokes. The artichokes come like this. They were out last night, so I hope that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But from Trader Joe's, they have a bag of frozen artichoke hearts that we absolutely love. And it's just artichoke hearts, nothing added. They do have canned artichoke too, but it's salty. There's gonna be a lot of salt in there. So that's why we really prefer the frozen ones. Now, can you get those somewhere else? I don't know if like Whole Foods has them, but we had like a half a bag, and we have a few more that we got out of the can and then rinsed them really well. You're not gonna get all the salt off if you rinse them, but you can get, you know, a pretty decent amount.
I tried to like spray the sprayer like into the artichoke.
You did a full bath.
Yeah.
And then just chop them to what you like, okay? I love the frozen ones are like quartered, so they're already kind of a little bit chopped. That might be more than enough for you, I don't know. And just let them thaw. If you need to thaw them in a hurry, you can run them under some tap water or some hot water.
Someone said the frozen artichokes are discontinued. I never believe it because everything they discontinue comes back, but maybe they might be out of stock for a while, and that would be sad because I didn't stock up correctly last time.
I don't like to hear that. That's a real bummer.
Oh, Kroger's and Fry's has frozen artichokes. That's good to know.
Oh, that's cool. Buy Trader Joe's. Pricing yourself out.
Okay, I'm going to ask this again because I know people are coming in and out, especially because they're at work. Amanda's asking, how sweet is the date powder? I'm new to this way of eating. Thank you.
I'd say it's about half as sweet as sugar. And so, but that I like for me. So I do 1-to-1, but you might want to do a little more than 1-to-1 if you want to match the sweetness of what you might be used to. But it's the really special thing about our date powder too is you're not going to find that it looks anything like the ones you get in the store. Can you substitute in our recipes and use the store-bought stuff? Yes, but we designed this to be different. It is ground to a flour so that it can dissolve really well and you don't get so much gritty texture in certain things. Now, there aren't a lot of situations where we would ever notice or care about gritty texture, but the kids love this product too. Also, it's a very light color. I put it away, I can get it back out, but it's a very light color. compared to like the really dark ones that you're gonna get in the stores. So that was our artichokes. What else we got going in here? We could put a couple of optional Mediterranean vibey things. These are gonna add some richness though. For example, some green olives. The green olives are a source of fat and a source of salt. So if you're avoiding those, then avoid these too. Otherwise, a few green olives chopped up into the salad is a nice treat if that's on your allowed foods list. And we just try to be real careful with the higher fat foods and use them as a condiment to you know, flavor foods, not as a sit there and eat it like, you know, a bowl of starches or something like that, okay?
Just gonna check the Instant Pot.
Okay. It's probably getting close. I hope it didn't get a burn or something. That would be
2 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna chop these even more actually. Okay, so there we have some green olives. Throw that into our pot.
Hey, technical question for Dill.
Bring it on.
He's good at math. Added a bunch of items to my cart, and the total before my additional 10% discount is $83. With my membership, it's $67. Do I need to add more stuff to get the extra 10% off?
I think so. I think you need to get to your actual money you would have spent to be 75. So, which means you just get more stuff for your discount. But try that out. I forget. I turned it on last night and I checked that, and I think you're gonna want, after your member discount will get applied first, then get to these tiers, and you should be good to go. Okay, capers, same thing. They're a little salty bursts. What are capers anyway? Just a little. So these are no fat, everything's 0 except there's some salt, because capers are generally, you know, salty. I'm gonna let the water out here. And you could just throw in like a tablespoon of capers, something like that. If you want to take a towel, you can crack that.
Yeah, I will.
That's about a tablespoon, close enough. Yeah, but the soups that you hear beeping, you can just quick release those. You don't need to let them sit any longer, and away you go. Okay, what else we got thrown into this salad? I like to do, I forgot to get my fresh basil. I gotta go get that, Reeves. Be entertaining.
And you wonder where he's getting his fresh basil from as he walks downstairs to the basement. Sandra says, I use the date powder in my coffee and tea and never notice any grit. Our date powder is still a whole food, so it won't completely dissolve like sugar will. And even some date syrups are questionable. I don't know how they make those. They must be removing some of the fiber. But yeah, there might be a little sediment at the bottom of your cup. And what I do, when I put it in my decaf coffee, which I do still drink sometimes, or my Dandy Blend or tea, is I just don't take the last swig. But, you know, you might enjoy taking the last swig. Will the soup still be okay if you let the pressure release naturally? It definitely will. I've put the soup on and forgot about it for a few hours, open it up and still eat it. A lot of times what we usually do actually is we make our dinner when we make our lunch. We make them both at the same time, and we make a lot of Instant Pot meals, not just our soups, but you know, we make our starch blaster or our Instant Pot baked ziti, whatever it may be, and we just let it release naturally, and it's in there for a few hours, and we open it up at dinner time, give it a good stir, and it's totally fine. Even if we make soups from scratch on the stove, we usually put them on low so that we can eat them all day long. So
look at the chard that I'm growing in the basement with grow lights. It's going well. We'll use this.
Apparently it is going well.
It's growing well.
Growing well and going well. Do you want me to grab that soup now or what?
Let me finish this salad and we'll taste it first. So here's some fresh basil, regular Italian type basil, Genovese. This is way more than I need, but I just crumple it up and then give it a chop so you can have it kind of shredded like this.
There's no deer to eat your garden in the basement.
That's why I love it. And nor aphids or spider mites or anything else that used to just vex me with the outdoor garden. Okay, that's plenty of basil, probably too much. Let's set it over here. And let's do a little bit of fresh mint too.
I can smell that basil.
this is optional. Again, if you wanted to, we're gonna use a Well Your World product, and guess what? It's our balsamic vinaigrette or our Italian dressing, or a mix of both we could do. But you could just throw whatever you want just like this, boom, you're done. You can add a little oomph like we're doing here, which is a nice touch. But it's nice that the sauce is kind of like taken care of and consistent. Mint is a pretty nice touch in this salad.
Patricia and others are saying, tell us about the growing garden in your basement. Really?
You want to know more? I'll have to show it to you sometime. It's just my little hydro grow operation in the basement. And no, I only grow food, not other things, okay?
Debbie says, just logged on. What soup did you make?
We made the kitchery, but we're going to try it in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to show you how it turned out.
And how about some chives? I don't know. I just kind of wing it. Actually, I'm growing some garlic chives right now, but they're not ready. The chives take forever. So let's do a little bit of these. This is optional, I just explained.
A basement garden YouTube? Yeah, we'd have to do a separate channel.
Yeah, it's a little different than just Well Your World. This is not stuff that I think most people, you don't need to worry about. It's a hobby, you know? So maybe in some of our other videos, we'll give you a little glance of it. Okay.
I just toss my veggie scraps out for the bunnies in my yard. They love them. That's what I do too.
We get a lot of little cottontail jackrabbits, whatever you call them, here in the desert. And Luca loves to see the bunnies in the morning, just hanging out under the shade of the trees. Some avocado, we'll put that in last. Did I get everything in here? A little crushed red pepper, optional. Yeah, we got it all. Okay. So a nice, simple Mediterranean salad. What did we throw in here if you're just joining us? We got let's get close. The cherry tomatoes that I just, sliced up. Some garbanzos, the artichoke hearts. We threw in a little bit of olives and capers if you want a little saltiness. And now let's throw in our fresh basil. Some of this mint, yum. How about these chives we just chopped up? Get all that in there. And boom. Oh, let's do a little heat. A little crushed red pepper. Or just you could do some black pepper. Okay. And then we can also do, if you want an extra squeeze of lemon. We still have some lemons on our trees, so you can get an extra little squeeze of lemon in there. And boom, how are we doing it? We gonna do some of each? Want to do it heavy on the Italian with a dash of balsamic? What do you want to do?
I definitely like to mix them together.
Our balsamic dressing, our Italian dressing has been really popular. It's very tart, it's got sweetness. All of our products are sweetened with real food like dates or figs or raisins ground up. You can't really tell which is which that much because it's just adding sweetness. It's not overpowering. And our Italian is nice and tart. We get a lot of compliments about this one. Just give it a shake and in we go. And you just add as much as you want. Add as much as you want and toss it. Add a little more. We'll do a little balsamic too.
Cassandra says it's so much tastier than traditional Italian dressing. I agree.
Yeah, traditional Italian is pretty much 50% oil and fat.
Yeah.
So this is not that.
We have some other gardeners in the chat. If you're growing something, let us know. Lori's got tomatoes, kale, and chard.
Tomatoes. Ooh, tomatoes are hard to grow. That's great. Tomatoes do grow well here, but I don't know. My dad used to try to grow them and always complained.
Kim says, favorite products I can't live
great.
without.
I barely needed any. I almost want to use more just because I feel like I use so little.
Just pack up the punch.
Okay, go ahead. What were your live withouts?
Kim's can't live withouts. Nooch, cheese sauce, balsamic, Italian, Fiesta, and Galaxy dust. Hey, that's helpful. Let us know what your live withouts are.
That's a great list. The Galaxy dust is so good. One of my favorites as well. And
you know
the Fiesta. We're gonna use the Fiesta, right?
No, will we? We can.
Oh, we're not making the one dish we talked about. Maybe next time.
Okay, this is what Gina has to say. She says, I don't like Italian dressing. I love Well Your World's Italian dressing.
I thought that's where you were going with this. Thank you. The deals are going, baby. Spend 75, 10% off, 125, 15% off, 225, 20% off. Who's going for 225? Let's hear it in the chat. Give me a flame emoji if you're going for that 225 tier today. We got lots more coming. We've only made a few things.
November.
Yeah, at Black Friday times.
You know what I like about Dylan is the other day he's like, wait a second, haven't done one of our big infomercial savings days in a while. Let's do it. And that was like a day ago. We're like, oh, shoot, okay.
We pretty much came up with this a couple days ago. Well, there you have it. This is our salad. I could crack on some fresh pepper if I really wanted to. Oh yeah, we gotta get like over to this side. And that's the beautiful salad. And of course you can add whatever else you have in your fridge. What do you have? Bell pepper, maybe throw that in. You know, whatever.
Whatever you're growing in your garden.
Remember, we added a little salt already via the olives and capers. So you probably don't need to sprinkle on salt on this one. You can, but you're in good shape here. Let's have a taste. So good. The sweetness from the dressings is just perfect. The garbanzos, love it. Some fresh arugula would be really good in this too.
We have some arugula.
Let's do it.
It's in there somewhere.
I thought I bought some for the show last week or something.
I love arugula.
A little arugula. The sharpness of the arugula with this little bit of sweetness from the dressing. Just a little handful.
Okay, we got a question about nooch. What is the benefit of unfortified nooch over fortified nooch?
Okay. A lot of our followers prefer that if you're going to get a vitamin or a fortification of some sort, that we can just handle that on our own. We don't need it thrown into some random food product. So the thing with fortified nutritional yeasts out in standard America land is they're fortified with a lot of things that you probably don't really need to get fortified from your food. Such as all of the Bs except B12. Niacin, some people have reactions to the niacin or the folic acid or whatever the synthetic versions of these things. One thing that's good that's in the nooch is the vitamin B12 fortification. The problem is it's so small of an amount that I don't consider it to be good enough personally. And you don't eat nooch every day on everything. Some people do. Some people watching do. But our nutritional yeast is really, really good. Oh, save some of that arugula for my salad. And so the B12, you need to be supplementing that anyway. You should be taking a B12. You can get it like this. You can get it like this. So this is the pure encapsulations. It just says methylcobalamin. Let's get up here and see if you can actually see it. But this one is good. You can get this on Amazon. Try to get one that doesn't have a bunch of stuff added to it for no reason, but it's such a small, you're gonna take one of these a day, 1,000 micrograms. The nutritional yeast in a serving of nutritional yeast has like 25 micrograms or less, which is not a reliable amount. Plus your body doesn't absorb it all. Some just passes right on through. This is what all of our plant-based beloved doctors say. This is not me being a doctor. I will not do that. But you need to make sure you're supplementing it. So you don't need it in your nutritional yeast. You don't need the other things that are in there synthetically in your nutritional yeast, so we take it out. And it turns out that it has a way less chemical-y flavor, and the flavor is really good. We actually got an email last week that was really thoughtful. A lady that said, I hate nutritional yeast, and I thought I would just try yours. And it's nothing like the other ones, because it doesn't have the weird synthetic kind of smell and taste.
Someone was asking what the flavor difference is too, so I'm glad you're touching on that.
It's my favorite one. I wouldn't have put it for sale if it was like the third best one, because the products that we make are for us too. So we're really picky. I don't want something just to have it for sale. I want it because it fills the problem it solves the problem I'm trying to solve, which is I didn't want the fortified stuff. And I didn't want that synthetic weird flavor and the weird overly oranginess of the fortified stuff. This is what we give our kids. This is a simple little vitamin D and B12 together gummy. I'm not giving you any recommendations. I'm not saying that you need vitamin D. Our kids, they get out in the sun quite a lot, but we do give them a little bit of vitamin D just in case, because we're not getting it from fortified plant milks. and other things like that, where a lot of people get fortified vitamin D from cereals and things like that. And when they were babies, we gave them a tiny little, the doctor ordered us to give them a little tiny drop of vitamin D as a liquid to add to the bottle. But anyway, this is gorgeous. Let's have a taste of it with the arugula, and then we'll get going on to our next one. What time is it? Maybe we need to do a giveaway. Wow, we're already an hour in.
A giveaway time.
We've been having fun just hanging out. Really, really, really good and so simple. I love that little bit of sweetness from this dressing. This is just here. I didn't add any salt other than the olives and capers.
Oh, it smells incredible.
Yeah. And I'll just save this rest of my basil
while
for
I
later.
taste this. Karen's asking about your new building. Are you building from scratch, modifying something existing? Are you happy with the progress?
Well,
you can talk about you for a moment. You sit
okay.
down.
Why don't I sit down? Let me clean up.
Take a load off.
Yeah, the building's coming along. It is not a new building. This is a very old building from 1960s. It's an old bow truss roof, which comes with its own set of problems because those roofs were not built to sustain a lot of weight. So we're running into some issues just having to beef up the trusses. Let me get a chair.
Get a chair, though.
It's gonna work out great. Everything's gonna work out. We bought a building. So for those of you who don't know, we don't manufacture our own products. We hold our own inventory and we ship all of our orders out to you, which is why our customer service is so good. We used to have a third party do it and it was a disaster. Things were breaking all the time. I couldn't get in touch with the warehouse that was doing the shipping so that I could react to customer emails quickly, and it was just a nightmare. So what we did is we built a little warehouse near where we live, because this has been home base for the last 7 years. My job's been home based for my entire career before too, when I was a solar contractor and everything. So this is gonna be the first time going to a building, is gonna be my first time having to go to work every day, you know what I mean?
You're gonna pack a lunch?
I'm gonna,
Or make it?
I haven't thought that far, Reeves. But we got Well Your World soup, so I'll probably just have a 3-quart Instant Pot at the ready.
On your desk.
But anyway, we've been wanting to do our own manufacturing. The business has grown, thanks to you for that, to where we can afford to do that. We're not doing our own manufacturing to save money. It'll probably end up costing us more. But I think we'll pretty much break even over time in the short term. And then after that, it'll save us money. But initially, the reason that I want our own manufacturing isn't to try to save cash. It's to be able to make more stuff faster, bring new ideas to you more quickly. I'm so sick of having an idea and then waiting on everybody else in order to get it in your hands. I want to be able to come out with cool little small batches of seasonal things and with fun packaging and, you know, do all the cool things that all the other product brands get to do when they're in retail stores selling millions of units per product. Well, I don't have those kinds of goals. I don't want to be in retail stores. I want to work directly with you, the customer. I want to be able to ship right to you. I want to be able to control that customer experience in a way that is going to be the best for you. And it's so rewarding for us too, and also to get to interact with our customers, to work direct with our customers rather than a grocery store being our customer. Plus, the other thing is, I don't think we could compete well in a grocery store. Why would some random person walking through the grocery store care about our balsamic vinaigrette being SOS free? To the normal person who doesn't understand anything about health, they're like, oh, sounds bland, you know? Because they can't imagine something not having salt, oil, and sugar or whatever. So being able to just make smaller batches, more things, having more products. We want to have more products that we can do, and you know, because my goal isn't like make it so we have humongous batches of everything. It's to have more variety, more different, you know, categories of products. We're really excited to be working on granolas, salsa and dip mixes where you just add water, or with our salsa mixes that'll be coming out by this summer, they're just going to be like, add this little mix packet to a can of diced tomatoes, boom, you're done. Our guacamole mix, add this little mix packet, mash it up with 2 avocados, boom, you got guacamole. And they're really good. And they're designed around whole food flavors. What do I mean by that? What I mean is most products that you buy in the store, they're designed for you to derive the flavor and the dopamine hit from the really concentrated fat, salt, sugar, those kinds of flavors. Ours, you can't just be like, here's our recipe, take out the oil or take, because it doesn't, then all of the herbs and spices are like underpowered. So things need to be designed from scratch around this way of eating. And then if you want to sprinkle on a little bit of salt, or if you cook with oil in your house or something, that's on you. But we're trying to get you something that's right just by design. It hasn't been modified for you. And if I want to do that and have 100 different products in many different categories, then we need to be doing that ourselves. And because there's no one out there who gets it. It's like trying to host a conference and expecting the chefs at the venue to just know what you're doing. It's a long process to host a conference or an event where the chef's going to actually make the food taste good for all of your guests. Well, that's what we've done is essentially we've brought that in-house. And that's what we're doing with this building. It's going to take another year probably, especially if we have to do some structural work on the building, but it's going to be awesome. It's like 20,000 square feet, so it's big. We're going to be able to do a lot in there. We're working on some ideas for our soup that we should go get and try is you have to cook it in the Instant Pot. We're going to also be working on things that are more travel, like you can just add boiling water and you don't even have to have them cook, like hiking food and things like that. There's a lot of areas, a lot of dreaming. I don't want to share it all now. That's not the purpose of the show here, but that's our short Dylan sit on his butt break. Any other questions that have come in?
Yeah. What is the difference between your nooch and your cheese sauce?
Well, the cheese sauce has nooch and various other spices and flavors and herbs and whatever. And then it's got potato flakes. So it's got a no additive potato flake that acts as the thickener. So you could literally just add water, blend it into cheese sauce. We like to add a couple of other things like some cashews or hemp seeds, hemp hearts, to give it a little bit of fat, which, is nice in a cheese sauce. We add a little bit of chili pod, which gives it a little nacho cheese kind of flavor, which all this is on the label too. But that's the nooch is just one ingredient of the cheese sauce and one ingredient that we use in lots of different dishes. And we'll be probably using it more here shortly. Are we ready to keep going?
I think so.
Okie dokie.
Is it soup time?
It's soup time. Do you want to grab it?
I can.
Okay.
Maybe I might need to.
So we'll taste that, and then we're gonna make a lasagna. Oh, this is a good one. We do this every single week. The kids absolutely love it. And I know there are other people out there like us. Oh, I forgot to throw the avocado into the salad. Didn't need it, apparently. But yeah, the kid thing is a big deal. You want your kids to actually eat and like what they're eating. And this is one that our kids absolutely love.
You got a trivet?
Oh, sure.
I just took the pot out of the pot.
She just brought the Instant Pot out of the Instant Pot. And I'll just give it a little stir for you. So let's see how much, because it sticks to the bottom a little. This is our Indian khichdi, which is like my fave right now. And it barely stuck to the bottom, just a little. So once you pull it out of the pot, just give it a little stir. And look how beautiful this is. As it sits, it will thicken up even more if you want it to. But this is like perfect for me. And then I'll show you how much this makes. Because we added about 3.5 cups of water. Go ahead, Reeves.
They're just reminding you that you were going to do a giveaway.
Okay, we'll do it right after we taste this soup. And get your next question ready there, Reeves.
Kim says, so excited for your vision of the future of Well Your World and all the products. It's amazing how much you have all done for us so far.
Well, thank you. That's really nice. And there's so much I haven't told you yet that is about, the vision of Well Your World and where I see things going in our digital content and our membership and things like that. Maybe an app. There you have it. 2 nice big bowls of soup from the 1 box of the soup mix, okay? That's a nice stewy consistency too. If you wanted to add even more water, you could stretch it even further.
That's lunch for us.
I eat both of these. This is my lunch. And I still won't be totally full, but that's me. Most people are like, these are so much food. And this is consistent for all of them, by the way. They're all gonna make like 2 bowls of soup/stew.
Phil says, wow, that's a lot of soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not messing around. We're not the oatmeal is one I'm so funny because those little oatmeal packets you buy in the store, because we've been working on developing these oatmeals, and they're just like
one oatmeal packet?
a toddler-sized amount of oatmeal, which actually for our toddlers, they eat this much oatmeal. If this
Sometimes
was full
more.
of oatmeal.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. Okay, here we go. And here it is as is. Now it's like I said, if you're a salt person, this is just sprinkle a little bit of salt. Just add your own salt. You know, the food products don't have the added salt, so that you can do it yourself if you like a little salt. And you can add, what else could you add on here? If you wanted it even hotter, you could add some chili powder, chili pepper.
Sherry says, I really
good.
like how personal your service is.
Yeah, we do too. I don't want to just be a company, a brand. You're my community too. We don't have people outside of you that eat like us that we talk to about all this stuff. You're it.
Barbara says, just finished my backup nooch, so this was great timing. Your nooch is the best.
It really is. Get a couple. This is awesome. It's made in the USA, so at least that one won't get hit with a tariff.
CJ, I love your green chili seasonings. I put them in my corn potato chowder soup. It comes out so good. I'm going to order some more. Maybe try your red chili next.
That might be fun to put on top. Let's try a little red chili on top. Here's our red chili. Neither of these I would say are hot. These are like medium most. These are red and green chili do have a little bit of nutritional yeast in them. Let's just sprinkle a touch on here.
Stephanie's asking, is khichdi like dal?
Dal is more just like the red lentils and that's it. I feel, and the seasoning, like we make a butternut squash dal with red lentils and frozen butternut squash. So this is more robust than that because it has chunks of potatoes, regular lentils, rice, the veggies. So but it's a similar flavor profile, you know, Indian flavor profile.
They want to see a drizzle of sriracha on top. How do you get in on the giveaway? You stay tuned because we're doing it in a few minutes.
We're going to do a bunch more giveaways.
We
like to transfer our sriracha to a little squirt bottle.
Yeah.
Which you can get at the dollar store. And then these are just reusable squirt bottle. And then you can go like that. Yum. Sorry, Reeves, what were you saying?
Judy uses the red chili seasoning in the cheese sauce.
Oh, is it or you use it that way?
They use it that way.
Nice. That's a great use. Adding the red or green chili to the cheese sauce.
Or voodoo.
I'd update that to the label. The voodoo is so good. What did we do that one time? Oh, we made
like a Cajun
mac and cheese.
Yeah, just get some okra from the frozen section, put some voodoo in your mac and cheese with the Well Your World cheese sauce. So good. And that's a recipe in like, what, 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, mac and cheese is a big one. We did that on the December show, I think. Okay, I'll put this over here. Reeves, you help yourself.
I'm helping I got like so much food in front of me now. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is a big eating day when we do this show.
Megan says, just finished a jar of your barbecue sauce. I use it as a dressing in a bowl of raw red cabbage, baked potatoes, garbanzo beans salsa, liquid aminos, and nutritional yeast. Your barbecue sauce is delicious.
Y'all, there's gold spinning in this chat. Make sure you screenshot some of these good ideas.
Yeah.
You know, we try to do whole shows around the food ideas that you get, and we just got someone is in the show on this past Friday saying, are you guys going to do another recipe challenge because this person had a lot of recipes to submit. So we'll do some giveaways around recipes because we love making fast, easy meals from your ideas. So we'll keep that going. All right, Reeves, if you would please.
Okay, which one?
We are ready for a giveaway. What are we giving away? We're going to give away a bottle of our banana pancake and our nutritional yeast. That's what we're throwing in this giveaway. Banana pancake and nutritional yeast. Remember that, Reeves, because I won't. Here we go. Here's your question.
If your plant-based journey had a movie title, what would it be? Sorry, it's another movie one, but...
Don't worry, you don't have to blow our minds. We're going to pick randomly once you're all getting them in. What's your plant-based movie title of your life? Fast and Furious? Sideways? From thick to thin. I love that. It's never too late. Beautiful. That's very thoughtful. Rocky Road, not the ice cream.
Just me, myself, and I. That's very true for a lot of people.
Oh, they're coming in fast.
Where do you get your fiber?
The Breakfast
movie?
Club. Where do you get your fiber? The movie.
The Curious Case of Tina's Eating.
Where I get my protein. Princess and the Plants. Animal House.
I don't know who farted.
You know, that applies sometimes. The Never-Ending Story. Love that. Love that. Dazed and Confused. Eat Your Way to Health. Night of the Living Vegetarians. Green Beans and Gratitude. Beautiful. On
Shopping
again, off
Forever.
Again. The Nightmare on Cheese Street. Mission Impossible. It is possible. Veggies Forever. Who's planting? Who's planting them? Okay. All right. I don't want to
Chase your health.
I don't want to exclude anyone,
To
but we're about to
infinity
pick a
and
winner.
beyond.
Okay, we're picking a winner. Here we go. Winner is Carol Ring. You've won 1 banana pancake and 1 nutritional yeast. We'll either add it to your order if you're placing an order today with all these amazing deals. Oh, they're there. Or we'll get it out to you. But email us. Let us confirm your mailing address too. If for some reason someone wins who's not in the USA and I can't ship these products, we'll come up with a
Dressing to kill.
Dressing to kill.
These
We'll come
are
up with
some
something
great
else to give you
shirt
if you're not
ideas.
in the USA. Great, excellent, excellent work, everybody.
51st dates. I get it.
What's up, Sean? Placed my first order from Well Your World a few days ago. Was emailed. It will arrive May 2nd. I ordered the cookbooks, 5-pack, veggie broth, cheese sauce. I live in Florida, not a big vegan state. Can't wait. Thank you. Yeah, you should get it we get across the country pretty fast. We might be a little delayed getting the orders out the door with the sale we're doing right now, but that's just how it goes. Okay, are you ready to make lasagna? I'm going to use the food processor for this because we're going to make our own little tofu ricotta, which is super good.
Do you want to turn off the banner for this one?
Sure, I'll turn off the banner. How's that?
That's good.
And make sure all the recipes are down below. And don't forget, if you haven't, sign up for our membership. This is a really, really smart time to sign up for the membership because you'll get another 10% off of everything. And of course, as a member, you're getting 2 of our free live shows, 2 of our live shows a month. They're not free, they're included in the membership. And you get your 10% discount on everything always. And you get access to all the previous replays, every recipe we've ever made together. Everything we come up with it live with you.
Yeah.
We really don't dream
Including
about recipes outside of the show. We used to do it that way, but it turned out to be way more fun doing it with people where I jot down my ideas and then we bring them to life in the show. And it hasn't flopped yet, so that's good. Okay.
That was my new favorite salad right now.
It's a really good salad. Really good
So
salad.
good.
We sell some pasta sauces, and they are fabulous. We got the mushroom basil marinara, and we've got a marinara magnifica. The difference is this is heavier on the basil. It's got some mushrooms, fresh mushrooms. And then the other one is a little bit less, I guess, spicy. They're both not spicy. What am I talking about? I don't know. They're not a whole lot different, but they are different. The mushroom is, you know, most of the difference. So all you do, let's make the ricotta first and get all of our stuff ready. And I'll show you the noodles that we're going to use
a few
too.
things. Does
Please.
the recipe recognize us as members or do we have a code?
If you're a member, you can put the member code in, but it should automatically show up there for you. And
You have to log in, right?
You do need to log in. You need to make sure you're logged into the website with your username and password. And soon our website is transitioning to not need passwords, so that when you log in, it'll just email you or text you a code, and then you're in. You don't have to be memorizing passwords anymore. I think passwords are going away everywhere.
Yeah, goodbye passwords. Just a reminder that we do have a PDF for all of the recipes in this show. Cassandra's putting it in the chat, so you have that.
1 block of extra firm tofu. Let me make sure I'm telling you everything correctly, because yes, the spinach is going in. So we're going to take a block of tofu. All Reebs did here is she drained it, okay? You don't need to press it or anything like that. So we're going to just break that up into your food processor. Okay. That's in. Now we're throwing in a couple handfuls of spinach. That's how I measure it. You call it 2 cups if you want, but I call that 1 and 2, okay? That's just me. We've done this with zucchini too, because mostly it's usually because we forgot to get spinach. And so we'll throw in the zucchini in here and grind it up, gives it some color too from the skins. What else we got? The Well Your World Italian seasoning. This has been one that's been getting a lot of exercise in the kitchen from us. We do a lot of Italian things, and this Italian seasoning is so good. It's like a regular old Italian seasoning, but we've added the garlic, the onion, some nutritional yeast. So there's red bell pepper there, and then of course there's the basil and the oregano and all of the good, delicious things. So we're gonna throw in a couple tablespoons worth of that. And again, I don't measure anything, you guys. It's just wing it. Put in a couple of handfuls, okay?
Kim says, your Italian seasoning is the best I've ever had.
It's like so crazy good. And now we often will squeeze in some fresh lemon, which we could do, and some black pepper. But then I thought, well, let's use some lemon pepper. So just a little bit of Well Your World lemon pepper. Not a lot, because it's pretty strong. Unless you're going for a lemon pepper flavor, which we did like in our breakfast potatoes last time when we did the infomercial.
Oh yeah.
Was really good, but just like, try a half a teaspoon. What did we write? A half a teaspoon, okay. And then anything else? I think I got everything. Let's rock and roll this thing. The nooch is in the Italian, but if you want to go a little heavier on the nutritional yeast, you can, because, you know, it's not, we usually do add a little nooch, that's true.
I might have missed it this time.
That's okay. I mean, there is some in the Italian, but it's not like heavy. Okay, let's rock. And you might find you're gonna scrape down the sides a little, but you know, you want it to get creamy, you know, you want it to get cheesy, right? Let me get my spatch. Here's my Santa themed spatula. It stays in there all year. So scrape it down at least one time to get all the seasoning off the wall. And then let's give it another. Oh yeah. Okay, that's looking great.
Lori keeps lemon pepper on her dining table. That's how much she loves it.
My mom loves lemon pepper, and we've got people write in. One time we put it on a discount, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're not discontinuing it, are you?" Pardon me licking my fingers. Only we're eating. It's not open to the public. Okay.
But they wish it was.
Look at this beautiful spinach ricotta we've made. Now, watch how this thing comes together, because it's pretty cool. By the way, here are the noodles that we've been jamming on right now. These are a yellow pea. Isn't there one other kind I could show you too? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the same. It's just a different packaging.
Oh.
Okay. So maybe, I don't know, I guess the top one might be the old packaging, but this is what we really like these lasagna noodles. Whole wheat is fine too, but whole wheat lasagna is hard to find, and I do not like the white noodles. The kids do, but I don't like the white noodles. And these are really flavorful, and the texture is really nice too. So what do? We're gonna take 2 jars for this size platter. This is pretty big. This is a couple of days worth for.
We make this and then we send it to school with the boys for a whole week.
Because it doesn't have nuts, so they're allowed to take it. Mm-hmm. So we take 1 jar and just put it in. And then also, we love this little trick where when we're making just pasta on the stove, is where we'll put maybe a 1/4 cup of water in here, shake it around, dump it into the blender with a handful of cashews, blend that till it's nice and creamy, and add it back to your sauce on the stove if you wanted a little bit, what's the word for that? It's like the creamy sauce.
Oh, like a vodka sauce?
A vodka sauce? Well, don't add vodka. I don't know the words, okay? I'm not a chef. But anyway, okay, we got 1 in there, shake it around, boom, that's the bottom. Now we're gonna do, what is it, 3 layers usually, right? So here's how these noodles come out. You do not need to pre-cook them or anything. And we're gonna just take our spatula and brush on the ricotta. How easy is this, y'all? And just like that. Now, Reebs, you're gonna have to keep us entertained. Do the ricotta down or up? You argued with me last time, I don't remember.
Oh, because it's up until the last layer, then it's down.
So, okay.
Because the last layer you tried to do up and
Okay.
it was insane.
So tell us some more stories. And tell us some stories. Y'all, you got something to share? Share it. You got a win? What did you do well this week? What are you proud of yourself on? This is a community show. We're not just here trying to get you to buy things. We're here to be with our people.
I'm shopping now. What are the deals again? Everything's on sale.
Everything is on sale. There it is. We got 3 tiers. The more you spend, the more you save. Get to that $2.25 tier.
Well, you know, we haven't done this
much of a
since November, and we thought people might really be needing to stock up their pantry right now. So let's just go live. Nancy said, I forgot to eat first.
Yeah.
That was a mistake on your behalf.
We do try to warn you about
well,
that.
hopefully you already have some Well Your World products at home so that you could drum something up in just a few minutes.
I'm just going to do, don't you do like 4? Or should I try to stick in another? This is a different container.
You don't have to be particular about it.
Okay, I'm getting too particular. Just hang out.
It's not gonna come out bad. Let's see, I was on the wrong tab. I'm looking, here we go.
And
Judy.
we're just stacking, right?
Yeah.
This is the Reeves method.
And I'm worried you're not using enough of the filling, but maybe you are.
I don't think we're gonna use it up.
I'm like micromanaging his lasagna experience.
I think we're gonna use it up. Plus the top layer is filling on filling, isn't it?
Here's a win from Lori. I started reading this year, already read 7 books.
Wow, impressive. Excellent.
Judy, just made my first starch blaster. Not only delicious, but so easy. Certainly on the rotator list for me.
I know, Starch Blaster is so good.
If you haven't tried Starch Blaster, you need to try Starch Blaster. I'll have Cassandra link it in the chat. The amazing thing about Starch Blaster is it could take on any flavor profile you want. So it's a great way to try our Italian seasoning, our Indian seasoning, our Fiesta, what else? Our Galaxy. Just try a new seasoning in it every time you make it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one you want face down, right, Reeves?
If it's the last layer, yeah.
It's the 3rd.
Gina says, I'm also never impressed with this no salt broth powders other people make. Well, yeah. I'm not impressed with the no salt broth other people make. Have you ever sipped them from the store?
The ones in the quart, the liquid.
They're actually not so great.
Not so great.
She said, but I really like Dylan's broth powder. It kind of has like an umami or earthiness that I really like.
And that's going to be really, you're going to love the Asian, I'm telling you. It's really, really tasty. How's this looking up close?
It's looking amazing. It's so delicious.
You should have just the right amount of the ricotta. And if you put a little too thin on the first ones, don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Gretchen says, my favorite dressing is the Catalina, Desert Catalina. It's just so yummy. I also used a little sauce that was good for sweet potato hash for a dressing. Just thinned it out a little and it was so, so good. We love the Desert Catalina. That's our version of a French dressing. It's a little different though than traditional French dressing that is usually 50% oil, so of course it has a weird like neon color to it. Ours doesn't. It's the color of the food that it is made from. Right,
and we love it in some of the more savory salads, like pardon my hands, like what are they, cowboy caviar. It's pretty much cowboy caviar sauce to me, and other like bean salads and stuff. It's so good. It has it's like a sweet, almost barbecue sauce of a flavor. Really, really good.
No, now you're putting it on top.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that.
I can't believe I was doing this blasphemy in the kitchen. That's complete.
The whole thing.
Oh,
unbelievable. You're definitely gonna know it's there, Rebecca. You're gonna be like, oh, I can't believe it's there, because you're gonna really know.
Abby says, I know this is hard, but a website idea is to add popular recipes using each product, seasoning by the products. Abby, yes.
Yeah, we actually meant to have that about 3 years ago, and just haven't. I'm washing my canister here.
Yeah, you be quiet, because they can't even see you.
Sorry.
It's my dream to have that on the website and to have recipes like this on the website, but it is an undertaking, like you said, but we're working continuously every single day to try to make the website more user-friendly. So whenever you have great ideas like that, please email them to us. You can email us at any time for any reason.
We're going to be sending you out an email soon asking for some reviews. We're finally going to have reviews on our site. Before, that was just too much to manage. Now we have more help, and we can get some reviews so people can see how much you love our products.
Nancy.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going while you're talking, but you're gonna see it's really easy.
Yes.
My hands are wet.
Nancy would like to know the difference in the salt substitutes. We actually have that planned in our programming. I don't know if it's next, but maybe we can move it up if it isn't.
Sure.
So stay tuned because we'll go over that for you.
Okay, check it out.
Ooh, that looks good. How easy was that?
No,
Is this not the easiest lasagna you've ever made?
I could have spread my noodles out like a little. Let's do that. Spread these noodles just slightly.
Dylan's just overthinking it.
I'm overthinking this bigger pan than we normally do. Okay, here we go. Let's spread that out. My spatula is over here now.
Cassandra is recalling the fact that after one day of somebody mentioning an add to cart button on the website, it was there the next day.
Yeah, some things we can do really quickly. Okay, this is going to just be so creamy and delicious. Okay.
Mary's asking, and I'd love some chat help with this, what is the best way to use the sweet mustard dressing?
Well, the best way is a salad dressing. Okay, we ready? Do you cover this? I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. I cover it most of the time, and then I'll take the cover off to get that little crispiness on top.
Okay.
Replacements for the tofu, you could definitely make a cashew ricotta. That would be delicious. You could do a sweet potato lasagna is actually really popular. If you don't want it so
yeah, you don't
rich.
have to recreate the whole ricotta thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get this in. This one's gonna take a little time. So, what does it say? About 20 minutes? 20, 30 minutes I usually do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chickpea ricotta, white beans for the tofu. See, this is why it's awesome to have this community because our members have enriched our lives with all of these ideas.
That's true. You've taken our ideas and recipes and products to a whole other level. Okay, we got a lot more to do. I'm clearly going over the 2 hours.
But at least you got your seat so you can like take a breather.
I don't need no breather.
Can I get you something? A can of LaCroix? Do you want me to rub your back?
I'll take a back rub, but that may be off-putting for our guests. Okay, we were indeed going to showcase our 3 seasonings. Here they are. So let's go ahead and answer that question now. Here are our dusts. Okay, we've got 3. They're all really fabulous. Stardust was our first one. It's the most salty substitute. Okay, by the way, none of them use any kind of MSG or fake stuff that's just meant to get you to have a dopamine reaction. We don't use the potassium chloride instead of the sodium and the salt. We don't play those kinds of games. This is like real food. There's some citric acid, that's I think an ingredient we've all come to kind of not worry too much about. But it's mostly whole, it's exclusively whole food. Celery seeds, heavy in the Stardust. So, and if you look at it, I'm gonna just show them to you too, why not? Get some little some little spice dishes. Okay, so there you are. Here is the Stardust. So you can see, and this, you might have to give it a little knock like that, and it'll be powdery again. But you can see there are some little bits of like red bell pepper and some seasonings and stuff, but this is kind of a light brown white kind of color, okay? And it's got the most amount of like saltiness that you would think of. The other 2 aren't meant to like replace salt by flavor. They're meant to replace salt like, oh, I don't need it, I've got this. So it's like a topper, okay? So something I would definitely still leave on the table to put on anything, but we also cook with them too. So our Galaxy Dust came next. So the Stardust does have some nutritional yeast, okay? The Galaxy does not. We had some requests because some people just don't like nutritional yeast. That's fine. And so we came out with the Galaxy, which is again like a very all kinds of veggies and flavors. There you have more red from like tomato powder and stuff like that. And so it's much more of an orange color. Unbelievable flavor, so good. I just totally love it. Cosmic is another just all-purpose seasoning. This one again has more nutritional yeast in it, but I don't know how to explain them. Let's just taste them and we'll talk about it, I guess. That is a hard task when we're asked to explain the flavors.
Cassandra's putting the ingredient list in the chat. You can always see what the ingredients are on the product pages, and if you ever have...
I don't tell you every ingredient though. I hide some so you can't steal our ideas and then go make your own Well Your World.
Right.
That Stardust has such a soury, salty, it's like a salty flavor to me. Really good. Galaxy, I need to like cleanse my palate between whatever. That's just, it's like every vegetable.
It's yeah.
Galaxy is just like every vegetable.
I love Galaxy on popcorn. That's what we did last time.
It's very citrusy. There's turmeric in here too. But again, I don't list everything. But they all got a little garlic and onion. This one's got some orange peel and lemon peel, things like that. That I feel like citrus makes it also like an all-purpose kind of tabletop shaker to have available. And then Cosmic is actually the base of our red and green chili seasonings. So it would be like Cosmic plus green chili or Cosmic plus red chili, by the way. We don't like advertise that, but that's what it is. So anyway, this has a lot of similar things, but it's got like more of a cumin, coriander. Oh, a little LaCroix. Oh, whoops, I already have it in the ramekin. Oh, thank you. I was still thinking I was getting that back rub. This is completely different, but it's got similar things. I don't know how to do this job of explaining the flavor.
I know
this is
hard.
A little more nucci. This is more of a nutritional yeast type of a all-purpose seasoning. One of my favorite things to do with Cosmic is popcorn. Put it on popcorn. I just love it on air-popped popcorn, but I love it on avocado toast too, you know? I sprinkle it on everything, and we're gonna be using this as the base of a lot of other things too, because it's been really popular and really, really delicious. So, but try them all. I mean, you're gonna have to try them all eventually. So, we are going to make a black-eyed peas and greens recipe using... Can
you give examples of what you put each thing on? I think you probably did.
I did, but it's just like, I don't want to limit you by saying, because we put it on everything. There are lots of recipes where we use it as a recipe ingredient, but putting it on things is everything you eat. I mean, everything you eat. If you want a little bit more punch and you're trying not to go for the salt, these really work well for that. Yes, I will.
How do you get seasoning to stick to popcorn without oil?
Why don't you answer that?
If you're not avoiding salt, I like to put Bragg's in a spray bottle and spray it on. You can dilute it, water it down. You could just use water. I heard a ton of people love apple cider vinegar on their popcorn, and it gets it wet, and then you get the seasonings to stick. If you guys have any other ideas, please drop them in the chat. Okay.
This is a really, really easy, fast dish. I'll use the lemon I already opened.
And if you have any problems, if you're having any trouble ordering, make sure if you remember that you're logged in first. But if you made a mistake and you weren't logged in, just send us an email and we'll fix it. It's no big deal. We can always fix that stuff later. So
yeah, anytime anything you don't like or you do like, just email us. We're really good. Some people just don't realize because they're used to the regular brands out there that you can get hold of us. You can, we don't put out a phone number, but via email, hello@wellyourworld.com, you'll hear back from us. If you want to hear back from me, it might take a little more time. But if you have any kind of product, order, logistics, membership, things like that, Cassandra's really fast. So, okay, here we're gonna do a little really fast hack. Instead of chopping an onion, I have a bag of frozen onion. Chopped frozen onion from Kroger. Open it up and throw it in.
Question on the banana pancake mix, is it okay for a gluten-free diet?
Yes. I source certified gluten-free oat flour, and then the rest of the machine is sanitized. So, because there's cross-contamination with oat flour from gluten, we use a certified gluten-free oat flour, just so you know. Okay, so we got a bag of onion in there, Another great thing, that was a Kroger. Here's a Walmart black-eyed peas, frozen. Wow, that was easy. You can get them in a can, but they often have the added salt. You buy them like this, they're not. I'm gonna throw these right in here. We're gonna saute them. The bag says to boil the black-eyed peas for 10 minutes. We're gonna do it a little differently. We'll just do it in the mix here. So let's get over to the stove and we'll get this rocking and rolling. I'm gonna throw in some more garlic too. Our seasonings do have garlic, but I don't put so much that I scare you, and when I eat food, I do scare me. So I add a lot of garlic to things. Okay, let that get going. And then from there, we're gonna add all these beautiful greens. Oh, I grabbed that chard from the basement. You know I'm gonna use that.
Oh yeah.
I grew this chard. I just cut it during the show. Look at these big, beautiful chardies. Some kale. This is our black-eyed peas and greens. We have some collard greens here too. So just grab, you know, a bunch or two's worth of greens, and we're gonna just chop them up, and that's gonna get going. That'll need, you know, 10 minutes. And meanwhile, you can be chopping, and we got some extra greens here that we didn't need.
Tammy says, never had black-eyed peas. What do they taste like? I don't like regular peas. Black-eyed peas are more like a bean. I feel like they taste like a bean without skin.
Yeah, they're a bean. They're a bean.
Does that make sense?
I never thought about the skin part. I won't lie. But I think measuring spoon, that's cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away.
It's a naked bean, yes.
They cook much faster than a bean. You don't have to soak them. We make a Hoppin' John in the Instant Pot. We have a recipe for that on YouTube that you could check out that would work great for things like our salt substitutes as well.
Kathy says like a chalky bean.
Yeah,
See?
It's definitely nothing like a pea. It's more of a bean than a pea.
It's more of a bean, but like a black bean or a kidney bean, they have like a smooth skin on the outside.
So one thing I wanted to show you that I love to use our veggie broth for, let's do this really quickly, is I take a quart of water. I usually make it in a quart. Is it out?
Yeah, there it is by the polenta.
Oh, that's gonna be a good dish. Man, we got more to do. Maybe I will be here for 4 hours, whatever. And then I like to cook with veggie stock instead of water, so you know, I'll just pre-mix it. There's a couple teaspoons. This is about a quart, so I'll put in like 4 teaspoons worth. And now check this out.
It's instant. It's magic. I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
That's it. You got broth.
And what is it? There's like 22 quarts in that?
22 quarts in one little container, which comes to about a buck and change, maybe $1.25, I think.
Yeah, it's like $1.25 a quart.
But that's before our savings today listed on your screen. Order now. Phone lines are open. Just kidding. And there you have it, some broth. Now you can use this for cooking.
Could you imagine we just take a caller right now?
We don't have a phone. Okay, so then I'll use this for cooking. I usually will actually just leave the spoon in it and give it a little stir because it will settle. These are whole food products, so you don't expect this to just dissolve to nothing. A lot of it will dissolve, but you'll still, if you let it settle, it'll be a little bit, you know, at the bottom. So if you're drinking it, you know, be aware of that. People love to use this as a sipping broth. That's the other thing that our Asian ones are gonna be really good for, is just a little sipping broth. You feel like you need some sweets, sip some broth. Excuse me.
Harlan says, thanks so much for this event and discount.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Lorraine said, appreciate the discounts today. Hey, like I said, we thought, I think people need to stock up their pantry. It's that time of year. Everyone's running low. Protein, where do you get it?
Is that a real question?
Why not treat it as a real question?
We get our protein from Whole Foods, from beans, from all of the starches. Everything has a little bit of protein. But the heavier foods, if you're really worried about protein, beans, tofu, soy in general, you get more than enough protein from all of that. I've been working out. I know I don't have like actual guns, but I do really well with just a high starch diet and putting on muscle. I'll keep it up and we'll come back next time and you'll see the guns are even bigger, okay? For greens,
And then we'll have an arm wrestling competition on air.
that's how you get the green off the stem.
I wouldn't actually arm
Yeah,
wrestle
we could
you.
do an arm wrestle.
Since we work out together, I literally see how much weight you can lift, and
Nobody
it's
else does.
many more pounds than me.
Chop these up any way you like. I just kind of roll them up into a ball, and then go both directions.
Cassandra said, I thought this was a cooking show, not a gun show.
Up! Here we go. As much greens as you want. There's never such thing as too much. This is a great way to get those greens. You can do the stems too. You can chop up the stems. I'd probably maybe steam them first so they're a little softer. Kale's always busting on me.
Welcome to the gun show.
Welcome in. It's really impressive guns over here. You guys are gonna give me a complex.
Hey, it's not the size of the boat,
It's the ammo. Here we go, greens. That should be a pretty good amount. They wilt a lot, so I'm actually kind of wondering if I did
They
enough.
like wilt down to nothing.
But this is gorgeous. I mean, these beautiful fresh greens. They really do just wilt in a couple of minutes. You could do spinach if you wanted something lighter, but like this is your opportunity to use the kale and the chard and the collards that are heartier, beefier green that needs some more heat. So I like to just cook these in with these beans and let it go. The beans, you can see them over there. Because we used frozen onion, you're gonna get much more liquid in that pan. I'm coming over.
People are really admiring your collards and your kale, which makes me have a question.
I'm gonna cover this, make sure those beans do, because they're kind of al dente in the bag, and they say boil them for a few minutes. So we'll just cover that and let it kind of cook it's really just steaming in there, you know?
I'd like to know from you guys, this is not a giveaway, it's just me wondering, what vegetable do you think deserves more love in the plant-based world?
Than it gets?
Yeah.
Than it currently gets? Mm-hmm. That is a great giveaway. Let's just make it a giveaway. Ready? Hold on, don't answer.
Okay, don't answer.
Okay, bring it on. Ask the question again.
What vegetable do you think deserves more love in the plant-based world? You know, it's kind of slept on, people forget about it.
We are giving
Vegetable
away...
amnesia.
We're giving away one of each of our no salt seasonings for this one. We're gonna give you a Stardust, a Galaxy, and a Cosmic Dust. Answer Reeves' question, what veggie just isn't used enough? It's not on the go-to in the plant-based world. I could name a lot. And I'm a perpetrator, you know, I could be using them more. But I've developed such a plain and simple, not plain, but my go-to shopping list where it's things that we use in like virtually all our recipes. Mm-hmm. And I don't stray from that very often.
We've got eggplant, Brussels, rutabaga, arugula, radishes, beets, cabbage, beets, parsnip, radishes,
I don't do a lot of
cabbage,
beets.
cabbage,
I feel like
asparagus.
this is directed at me.
Hey, we're gonna, if we have time, we're gonna do asparagus later.
Keep them coming.
Rutabaga, eggplant, cabbage, Brussels, rutabaga, cabbage, kumquat. That's a vegetable?
Kumquat's like a little orange.
Yeah, I thought it was a fruit.
A little citrus.
Tuscany kale, Brussels sprouts, rapini, radishes, bok choy, fennel. Fennel's so good. Jicama, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. I feel like I could narrow them down to 3 here.
What are they?
Seems like it's cabbage, beets, and maybe eggplant.
Maybe eggplant. Okay, time's up, folks. Get it in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, choose a winner. Cheryl, you're our winner. Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for playing. You're going to get a Stardust, Galaxy Dust, Cosmic Dust for free from Well Your World. And make sure you send us an email and confirm your shipping address so we don't have to email 50 times. Great job, Cheryl, and everybody. Thanks for playing. Okay.
Thanks for playing.
Let's see how our beans are going. I just tasted them a minute ago. They were a little crunchy, so you could steam the beans, but I think doing it this way, covered like this, is going to be a winner.
Gene says, is there a code you need to enter to get the 10% discount? It only appears to be giving me the member discount. You might not have reached 75 if you
Make sure you get to 75 after your member discount. If you're still having trouble, place your order and we'll adjust it. Send us an email. But it should get there, because I don't want you to place your order and you're actually not there, and then I got to be like, sorry, you don't get the discount yet. What do you want to add to your order? Because we got to get you after your member discount to 75, and then good to go.
Generally, how far out are the product expiration dates? I have a couple of the veggie broth in my pantry. I was considering buying more because it's amazing.
That one we go through pretty quick, so it's a couple years on the veggie broth, easy. So throw one or two more on there. You're gonna use it. You're gonna use it long before that, if you're anything like us. Okay, let's check it. Looking nice. So now I could probably just throw in a little more veggie stock, and I'm just gonna cover it back up. Well, I'll taste the bean. They're getting soft. Let's just let those beans steam. Back to you, Reeves.
Woohoo, made it live, says Marjorie. Just received my second order today. Thanks for that. You guys rock. Thank you for all you do. That's helped me transition to vegan. You're so welcome, but I feel like it's also all of our community members, which
sure
is why we like to do these sort of things and get you guys live in the chat. It's why we love our cooking show. If you're not a member of our cooking show, please consider subscribing, especially because you get an extra 10% off of all the discounts today. But it's this community. It's all the community feedback and camaraderie that...
It's so much more than an instructional cooking show.
Right.
It did start like that. I didn't have the wherewithal to envision what would come. And what's come is this is our place to hang out. What we're doing now and just chilling and telling funny stories, talking about our wins and things that are hard that we're going through is because we don't have you in our regular lives. We don't have people that eat like we do. So this is our outlet. And that's what YouTube always was, For those of you wondering how I got started, I started on YouTube as therapy. I needed therapy because every time I'd try to take my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and give it to the next person, I thought, oh, you're gonna definitely want the key to the kingdom, and nobody wanted it. And so I had nowhere to turn to talk about the success I was experiencing. So what did I do? I went and made videos about it where the people would come to me that wanted to hear this. I didn't have to tell it to all these ears that didn't want to hear it. And it worked. It helped me through my void of community that I needed in my life. And so from there, it just developed into so much more. I mean, I never thought that the show would become so much a part of community, and that's why we want to add another tier to the show and do even more as part of our membership, because it's where we derive the greatest satisfaction, is being with people in a little less open setting, where we can say some things, whatever, in our membership that we might not say to the wide internet, because you never know who's watching, family member, whatever. So, thank you for that. It's really a great group. So join us, try it out for at least a month. You'll get 2 new shows. You can go back to all the old shows and watch those, put them on in the background and just hang out and feel like you're not alone, in all of this. That's a fun thing a lot of people tell us they do as well, is just put the replays on.
Lou's asking, are the live cooking shows on Tuesdays?
The live cooking shows are on Fridays at the same time slot. And we send out the replay within a couple of hours, so we aren't making you wait. And we hone in the recipes during the show. There's a lot of chicken scratch happening, and then we send those out in the replay email a couple hours after the show as well. So we're going to be adding it'll probably be a little bit more money, but some book clubs, some chats and hangouts where you can actually show your face rather than like this is just all in the chat box, because it would be really hard to have everybody talking at the same time with as many people that tune into our shows. But it'll be a little bit of a smaller setting, and we can talk about what you're going through, what other people in our community that are during the live hangout can tell us that they did to work through that particular issue. I'm not going to be your psychologist in this setting. It's going to be us just shooting it, hanging out. We can do some book clubbing though. We can definitely do, because Reeves and I have some books we want to go back and reread that were our old getting started books. So we want, and new ones coming out all the time. So we'll do some book clubbage as well. Okay, let's get over to the stove.
Sandra says, you're so right, Dylan. Nobody eats like me.
Yeah.
Patricia says, I watched you, Dylan, way back when you helped me get started. My husband and I like your style and food. And now, Reeves, we love you. Thanks, we love you too.
Yeah, Reeves was the best. Okay, I added a little bit of broth because I could hear that it was getting a little dry in there. And then boom, let's just stir this up. Add as much, oh, I got a little bit of a burn spot. Let's deglaze, let's deglaze. I'm a chef now. And these greens are just gonna wilt into perfection. Okay, get sizzling.
Beets are coming. I'm surprised more people didn't say beets when we asked about the vegetable.
I need a couple more greens. I can just tell I don't have enough green ratio.
Not enough greens to beans.
Oh, and we need to add our seasoning. It's time for that.
Sandra says, I have a big binder with all the recipes since I joined the cooking show. You mean a binder like this?
Yeah, we have a binder as well.
I laminate. No, this isn't laminating. I just put them in a sheet protector.
Sleeves.
That way you can like get sauce all over them and stuff. And you know, this is my big binder though. I try to have a smaller binder where I keep my rotation.
A little more juice. And that's it. We've got beans. Oh, our seasoning. So which seasoning are we doing? Folks? I mean, we can do all of them, but...
Oh yeah, which dust did you want to use
I think
today?
I want to use Stardust. That was the one that sang to me most for this dish. So we're going to use the Well Your World Stardust. Here's a start, but I want more than that. And I actually never use the caps. I'm a cap remover. I just am more calibrated to that shake style. And I want a little more. And just taste it, see what you think. If it tastes bland, add more. It's not that the flavoring's bland, it's that you don't have enough of it in there. And that is a beautiful dish. Look at how gorgeous, look at the bright, beautiful dark greens.
Yeah, so healthy, so easy, so delicious.
And I'll just give that, let's see if our beans are kind of there. That'll work.
Sandra said, I used to make my own veggie broth powder, but no more as it couldn't compete with Well Your Worlds.
I know. So did we talk about canned? You can also find canned black-eyed peas. Try to get the no salt. Does Westbury or whatever they're called make a no salt black-eyed pea in the can?
Westbury? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that the one they sell at Whole Foods?
That's the one where you get the canned lentils, the canned butter beans. They do quite a few canned no salt items for the harder to find things. Like pinto beans, black beans, I can find those usually pretty easily nowadays. I'm gonna squeeze in a little more lemon. The Stardust does have citrus, but a little fresh lemon when you're about to eat it, it's hard to beat.
Guy wants refill packages for seasonings.
Great, thank you for bringing that up. When we have our own building, we're gonna be able to do more of those kinds of things. We just don't have the space to have so many different types of products, especially...
We're like literally running out of room for our SKUs.
We're running out of room. So to have two spots taken up by one product, just because one's in bulk and one's not, I can't afford it yet. I can't afford the space.
It's become like completely not ergonomic whatsoever for Karn to be at work every day.
She has to walk, she gets a lot of steps in to walk the pick shelf for all of the different products that are going in, and she scans them, beep, 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 into the box.
Sounds like my house.
Okay, let's squeeze on this lemon.
You need a Marie Kondo your kitchen.
There's a half of a monster lemon, which means that's pretty much a full lemon. And we'll stir it in.
Someone's asking, can you develop a dry ranch dip?
We are almost done that. That's gonna come out after our dip mixes, so we almost have the formula on that ready. Again, once we're in our own place, we're gonna be able to do this so much faster. Oh, I'll get serve this. So yeah, ranch where you just blend it up with hemp hearts or cashews or whatever you want to be your creaminess. It was just so, so good. And soy milk. There you have it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So we will have the some creamy dressings. It's hard to make those as a bottled sauce without all of the science of the standard American ways of doing things, which we avoid because we want the products to be healthier. And this gives you the blending, it's one extra step, you know, whatever, but it gives you the freedom to choose your fat, okay? And I think that's important for some people. Okay, here we go.
Thousand Island or Caesar?
That could be done.
If you've never tried McRib sauce, you're in for a treat.
It's just the right tanginess. I love Stardust for this. Really good, those green, I like them like this, like a little chewiness still to them. They're not just like mush, but you're like biting into your garden a little bit. Just so, so good. The onion's a nice touch. But this is like filling, starchy, and you're getting your greens. What more could you want? Beautiful. What else can you do with this? I mean, it's a meal.
It's amazing.
But you can put it on other things too.
Yeah, put it on a baked potato.
Yeah.
What do you add to the cheese sauce to add more flavor? We like to add dried chili pods. That's my favorite. Other people like to use our spice blends added into the cheese sauce mix, such as like the red chili, the voodoo.
The chili pods look like, you know, you can get them in a bag like this. And they're in mild, medium, hot. Sorry, Reeve.
No, you're good. We'll add a little bit of cashews or hemp hearts like we were just talking about. If you...
I mean, I can make some. It's just that we have all these other recipes.
Hey, whatever they want. Whatever they want, we'll do it.
We did it on the December one, if you go back. But some fat, so via the cashews or whatever, some chili pods. Reeves loves lemon, so she'll squeeze some lemon in. And then some miso paste is nice if you're doing salt. Some people pretend like miso isn't salt. Miso is salt. So if you're doing salt, then throw in a teaspoon or two of miso paste. And that's pretty nice.
People are wondering when the
Same with
sale
our gravy
ends.
mix. The sale ends at midnight, Arizona time.
Cass, you can put the recipes in the chat again. Looking forward to this. Thank you for sharing the info with us.
Really good. Oh.
What about the shelf life on the soups?
Long.
Long.
I mean, it's marked a couple years, but like, what's gonna go bad?
Somebody said they like to add fresh rosemary to the cheese sauce. I don't know that I've tried that, but we have a rosemary bush outside, so I will be trying
Dang,
it.
this is good. Please pardon me.
Sometimes I put salsa in the cheese sauce, yeah, or mix it with a can of no salt Rotel, and you have that like healthiest Velveeta knockoff that you could ever make. Nancy, why don't you put McRib sauce in a bottle? I would love to. I would love to sell you a sauce that is named after me. Maybe we can do that when we're in the building sometime.
Yeah, we'll try. We're not gonna be doing more of the bottled sauces until we're in the building. You know, more varieties, because it's so hard for me to travel right now. I have the kids, we have everything going on here, and I gotta go on those. Like the dry mixes and stuff, I design them and I just tell them the formula. With the sauces, it doesn't matter if you're following the formula. Every batch is different. So I have to be ready to be like, change this, change that, and rock. And so I can't do that right now. So I'm not gonna be making new sauces, bottled glass products until we have the building. So, but we got so like, because we're gonna come out with salsas in the jar eventually. But right now we got some salsa mixes where you just mix it with a can of diced tomatoes and boom, you've got salsa, and it's really good. So be patient. Those are coming by summer for sure. We've got probably 10, 15 products that we're like ready on. It's just a matter of, it's just a lot of work. That's all. Okay. Beans and greens. Don't underestimate that.
What's the difference between...
You could also do this in the Instant Pot. You know, we did it on the stove, but you could have thrown everything in the Instant Pot with a little bit of enough water to keep it alive. Sorry, Reeves.
What's the difference between the green and red chili seasonings other than the color? How would you use them?
Well, green chili and red chili have quite a bit of a different flavor, and that's really it. I wouldn't say one's hotter than the other or anything, but I use them to add heat. So where you might add crushed red pepper, try the green and red chili. top it on here. Like this dish right now, what did we use before? The red? Let's use the green now. Here's our green chili. And then just a sprinkle on top of whatever your meal is really good. But anything you want to add, just a little bit of chili flavor. By the way, the green and the red chili, I'm telling you a secret. It's our cosmic dust plus green and red chili, and vice versa, you know? So that's kind of the base, is our cosmic. So if you like the cosmic, and you like green and red chili or a little bit of chili flavor, then you're gonna love them.
Cheryl says, I use the chili seasonings on avocado toast and also in my Mexican rice. Tracy says, I put the green on almost everything, even savory oats.
I love it on popcorn too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I told you I love our cosmic on popcorn. Well, with our green and red being cosmic plus green and red, it's really good on popcorn. Dang, I was hungry.
You know, we should have made San Francisco oats on this show. We haven't made that in a while.
We'll do it next time. Save it.
Add it to the list.
That's a really good one. We actually had it, we cut it. It's just so many, I don't even know if I'm gonna get through all of these. I just like talking too much. Here's a kid recipe. Not really. It's an adult recipe too. I'll talk to you about that. Now, in fact.
Thanks for introducing yourself. I could have done it for you, but...
Now's a good time. Check it out. This is whole wheat orzo. I can't find it in any other type of whatever. But whole wheat orzo is really tasty. We're making Spaghetti-Os, but we're calling them Spaghetti-Orzos.
We couldn't find whole wheat.
Did you hear that? Oh shit.
We couldn't find whole wheat O's. So we had to do Spaghetti-Orzos.
I overboiled. I'm boiling water because we're about to cook this pasta. Hold on a second.
Oh boy.
Don't make me show you this camera angle while I'm screwing up. Okay. Ooh, it's lasagna time coming up.
Take the foil off and give it like 5 or 10.
Yeah, probably 10. I like to overcook the lasagna a bit.
I'm hearing in the chat that it's official that the frozen artichokes are discontinued.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
What about the artichoke bottoms?
Are there not enough of us? See, this is why Well Your World shouldn't be in stores, and I'm happy this way. Mm-hmm. Because there aren't enough of us in the world. There are enough of us here, but not on every Trader Joe's shelf in America, apparently. What a drag.
Okay, we got a funny one from Terry.
Maybe we need to come out with some can we ship frozen things now? Did they figure this technology out?
Yeah,
Thank you for the super chat, Ma.
Aww.
Dylan is human and can make mistakes all day long, baby. Welcome in.
Was it because he boiled or because he did a potty mouth?
Oh, jeez, sorry. What were you?
What were you?
No, what were you?
What was I?
What were you?
Terry says, FYI, on the cauliflower leek gratin, I use the cheese sauce instead of the ingredients. Please insert this when you can use the products instead of the ingredients on recipes. Terry, the thing is, we always try to, but this one you thought of all on your own, and I wouldn't have thought of it myself, so thanks for the idea.
Can you tell me which recipe it was again?
The cauliflower leek gratin that we made on our Easter episode.
Yeah,
the one that you ate
really good.
like in 2 seconds flat didn't save any for me.
That was a real winner.
I love that idea. When you have these ideas, please send them in because like Ma said, Dylan's only human, we're only human, so we can't think of everything. That's why we rely on you guys in the chat.
Okay, I'm cranking out some orzo. What does it say on the bag here? Give me that time, give me that time, give me that time. 8 minutes, al dente and 7. Let's 7 it up. This is just like Spaghetti-Os. So if you want something flavorful for your kids, this is a great dish for that. I don't know how she did it. This was Reeves. But it tastes like Spaghetti-Os. And many of you may not remember what that tastes like. I need another bite because it's just sitting there singing at me like a siren. Ay, ay, ay.
And now I need a beverage. I love the artichoke bottoms, but I've only been able to find the ones that are high in salt. Oh, I didn't know that they had the salt version. Ew.
I've never heard of artichoke bottoms before you guys start telling us, but we go to the store, we can't find them. So it hurts. We're making Spaghetti-Os. It's crazy how much she got it to taste like Spaghetti-Os without the junk. For adults and kids, add some steamed broccoli. In the last couple minutes of your cooking the orzos, throw in a couple handfuls of broccoli. I'm just gonna do it like this, plain, because I want you to see it. But our nooch, here's what we add. you go ahead.
Nicole says, I don't mean to be mean, but I'm cracking up at how upset Dylan is over the artichoke hearts.
Yeah, dude, I remember during COVID, remember when COVID hit and everyone, you were too, went to the grocery store and were like, I need everything. I need everything.
I need everything.
I get to Trader Joe's and their freezer section is stripped, except for the artichokes, full artichokes. And I took them all. I just took them all. I'm like, well, they took all the microwaved, or the frozen food stuff that Trader Joe's has, which, I commend them for making a lot of vegan stuff, but it's not healthy. None of it is. So we don't shop from there unless Reeves is like 9.5 months pregnant. We'll do it. But for the most part, no. But the artichokes were just full. They just restocked it. And I was like, well, whatever. I'm taking them all. And I took them all. And then the whole freezer section was empty after that. Anyway, okay. This is as simple as garlic, onion, paprika, nooch. Did you know that it could be done? And then a can of tomato sauce and some soy milk. That's it. You throw everything in the tank once this pasta is cooked. In fact, we can get it going at the same time. Let's get another little pot going. And you could do this in just a little, we'll use the slightly bigger one.
Produce Not Pill says 9.5 months. You guys, it's my son's 3rd birthday on Thursday, and I will remind everybody that he was born, what was it, Dill?
2 weeks late.
42 weeks.
You're a 42-week girl, so was Otis, to the mark.
42 weeks. I think he would have stayed in there forever.
You get what you get, girl. That's apparently your body. Uh-oh. Did I lose your screen or just mine?
Mine flashed off for a second.
Okay, I think we're okay, though. Okay, let's get the tomato sauce. So I don't cook the pasta in the tomato sauce because it'll just never cook. The tomatoes make things not cook. I don't know if it's the acid or some other characteristic, but you got to make the sauce separate and the noodles separate. Whatever, that's easy. So let's go and get this rocking. So
roll.
Just a can of tomato sauce.
I'm kind of in the way of the sauce.
Oh yeah, I'm going to turn you off, sorry. And then we'll so there's the paprika, some onion, garlic and nutritional yeast. And then what was the amount on the soy milk? A couple of tablespoons is all, just to give it a little bit of a lighter color, I guess. This is Reeb's invention. Okay.
You're on the wrong camera. I just noticed.
Thank you.
Everyone's just staring. They're like, nice cutting board, bro.
I'm my own producer on the show. I do all the camera switching. I have a box that you can see me reach for that switches between all the cameras. It's hard work. This is gonna splatter if you get it too high, like I just did. So keep that in mind. See how it's got the right color. I think I haven't bought Spaghetti-Os in 25 years or 30. How old am I turning? 40? Oh, geez. So I guess 30 years probably since I've eaten a Spaghetti-O.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Lindsay says, I have that same global knife. Just love it.
It's the best. I've been using the same. Just keep stirring. It doesn't take long for this to get hot. I've been using that knife for at least 10 years now, and I just keep buying it over and over. Because we sharpen it a lot, and the more you sharpen it, the more you're eventually smashing your own knuckles into the cutting board because you've just cut off so much. We should look at that because I have my replacements already. I actually keep, whenever they go on sale, I just buy more of them.
Everyone's glad that you're reminding them that the Spaghetti-Orzos exist. It's called recipe amnesia.
So I have 3. You can see there's probably I haven't dug into this one too bad because you can set them next to each other and you can see there's a half an inch of less depth on this one. I probably upgrade every 2 years, and then I give it away to somebody on our channel. So this one still needs a few more months, and then I'll be giving it away to you as well.
Kate says, how do we make the weird fake little hot dogs? I'll tell you how. You go to our website, you find our carrot dog recipe, and you use that recipe on baby carrots.
Oh, for making like beanie weenies or whatever?
Yeah, little weenies.
Yeah, do carrot dogs using carrot sticks. What are they called?
Baby carrots.
Baby carrots, that's what they call them. Okay, I'm splattering. I gotta... It's not like you guys can tell how hot it is. The kitchen's a mess now. We really wrecked her on this one. Let's go back and wipe it a little.
Harlan says, Dylan, almost twice your age, with a sunglass emoji.
Well, that's good. It just goes so fast. I don't want it to keep going fast. Tell me how you made it slow down, Harlan.
There were SpaghettiOs that had weird hot dogs. Oh, they were slices? Well, that's even easier.
Even easier, yep. I love that.
Yeah.
I do remember those now.
Definitely take a look at our carrot hot dog recipe. Cut them into slices, and you might be able to like hack the recipe to be even easier if you're just gonna boil them and add a little liquid smoke or
yeah, you don't have to do the whole marinade thing, but that if you want the best, most hot doggy flavor, steam it and then marinate them in a bag overnight and then cook them up in this and stuff. You will get the flavor. It's crazy how much carrot dogs taste like dogs. Okay, I'm getting the al dente beep, so let's strain out.
How close are you on a ballpark mustard? That's what I want to know.
Only not close because I'm not making more bottled sauces until we have our own place. But that'll be one of the first products we come out with when we're in the Well Your World building.
A stone ground mustard since Westbury what's the word?
Westbury, they discontinued. Okay, I'm just straining out my Orzos for our Spaghetti-Orzos. And then boom, am I back at the stove? Oh, but Reebs.
I'm just floating around.
There, boom, the kids have food. But like I said, you wanna make this a little more well-rounded. I highly recommend in the last couple minutes of cooking the pasta to throw in some frozen broccoli or fresh chopped broccoli florets and let them steam a little in that water. And then put it all together and you've got steamed veggies. Zucchini, I love doing it that way too. And this is like legit SpaghettiOs. Let's go show you up close better here.
Yeah, look at that color even.
SpaghettiOs.
Can you believe it? Is the lasagna almost done? Yeah, it's pretty much done. We just like to crisp up the top. What's the most loved salad dressing? Kathy wants to know. What's yours? Put it in the chat.
It goes between sweet mustard and Italian and the balsamic. The sweet heat scares some people who don't like heat, but I love it. The Desert Catalina is what the one I said is kind of more of a bean and veggie salad type. So those are kind of the 5. All right, let's taste. What do you want to do next? We can make a curry. We can make a wrap.
Ooh, an easy wrap.
We have an asparagus dish. It's asparagus season.
Sweet mustard, balsamic.
Well, I al dente'd my pasta a wee bit too much. Oh. But it's crazy how much this tastes. Like, I remember the real deal being some 30 years ago. Really good.
It'll bring you back.
So that's a it's hot. So that's a magical use for our nutritional yeast. There you go. So simple, so fast. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in was the date powder.
Oh, yeah.
The date powder makes that even tastier. It just rounds off that edge a little bit because you know SpaghettiOs has sugar.
Yeah.
Lots.
Or high fructose corn syrup.
But it's in the recipe, okay? When you download the April 29th live stream recipes, it'll be there. And try it out. Try it on your kids. I'm telling you.
Sweet mustard and Italian mixed together.
So we've got the curry, the wrap, and the asparagus left. Are we gonna go for all 3? We're going the 3.5 hours.
We're pushing the envelope here.
Whatever.
I bought, just in case you were curious to take a gander, I bought frozen asparagus too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because I was in the store and
Is it in here?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll check that out. Interesting.
Keep going. Do
Okay,
it.
let's
That's
do
not picking one, you guys. That's
Nah, we'll just do them all. Yeah.
What's been your favorite recipe so far? What have you loved that you've seen?
Yeah. Tell us in the chat. I'm gonna get this stuff out. It's looking a little messy in here. Does that put anyone off other than me?
Doesn't look messy. We don't. No, it doesn't look messy.
Okay.
Oh, they want you to try the lasagna. Is the thing.
Oh, right. Well, I wanted a little more time on it uncovered.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is done. All right, let's taste the lasagna.
Yeah, that artichoke salad is so good. So good. I want to see lasagna. I can guarantee that'll be my favorite. I can't wait to watch the rerun.
Look at this. Look at these noodles all caramelized looking.
Just coming in. Do you have anything on sale? Yes, everything's on sale.
Everything's on sale. It's right here. Check it out. Spend $75, get 10% off. $125, 15% off. $225, 20% off your entire order. Every product in the store is on sale. Check out this gorgeous lasagna. Anything you want to put on top?
Ah, a little crushed red pepper.
Where did I put that basil? Here it is.
You know, I look at
A
sizes.
little bit of fresh basil. Mm-hmm.
Do it. Power through, Dylan.
Okay, we'll do it.
I want to see the wrap because I want hand food.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, vegan Parmesan, yeah. Our nooch and our stardust and a little cashews makes the best vegan Parmesan.
That we could do real quick. That goes well with this dish, but it's literally stardust. Did you say stardust?
Yeah, I love the stardust in there.
You don't have to do the stardust, but it really is good. Stardust, nooch, and a handful of cashews. Blend it up. You could also just use our Italian. There it is. A little bit of Italian, and you've got the perfect Parmesan topper. Okay? Mm-hmm. I gotta do it.
He's gonna do it.
This is gonna need to cool down. I'm just gonna embarrass myself. Everyone laughs at me because I burn my face. Or they send me their doctor and they say that I'm getting cancer.
They are discontinuing the Zen Bee
lasagna?
Ah,
I need to call these people
and
be
tariffs?
like, look, just sell me your recipe.
Yeah.
Don't worry about a thing. Discontinue it. Discontinue it. I'll take it from here. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Next, they're going to get rid of the Barilla.
You have emailed them.
It's because they're all, I did try to steal Barilla directly from them. And they were like, we would prefer you not steal it from us. But the game's just begun.
Marjorie says, I'm so sorry, but my husband gets a kick out of the too hot to eat moments. Ooh, Linda says, the tomato and artichoke salad, I might add red lentil pasta to make it a pasta salad.
Here's the stardust.
I love that idea.
My favorite is the stardust in here. You can do the Italian, you can do anything. Reading Rainbow. Okay. And then some nooch. You getting this?
Yeah.
You don't measure, you just rock. You just rock and roll. Rinse that off, but I'm not gonna.
The amount of, yeah. 5-second rule doesn't exist anymore when you have toddlers.
No,
I see what they eat and I'm just like.
Like you lived?
Like I gave
you lived from that?
Like I gave you that cookie 2 weeks ago. Where did you find that?
2 weeks ago. And then I like to, oh, you can't see this. Just shake your bullet. It needs a little bit of assistance. You can just, bullets need a little help. I like the frozen cashews because they kind of bust up.
Yeah.
Instead of turning to mush sometimes when you overblend nuts, they kind of get mushy. So
Kim
this
says, I use almond flour and nooch with a little garlic powder. That's a really good idea. Then you don't have to do the blending.
That's a great idea. We need to try that. I'm gonna put a little Italian too. I like the green specks. We'll just give this a little, we'll just top it with that and shake it.
Lulu's mom wants us to change our live cooking show to Tuesdays because of the turnout today.
Well, I think the difference in turnouts because this one's open to the whole public instead of just our membership. How many are here?
How many are here? Let's see what it tells me. 370 right now.
Okay. All right, are you ready? Let's get lasagna. Look at this beautiful lasagna.
Another kid favorite. And we'll sprinkle on a little. We did a version of this recently on our show where we also roasted eggplant and zucchini. And we did a layer or two of eggplant and zucchini too, just thinly sliced, roasted at 425 for 15-20 minutes. You can sprinkle on some Italian if you want. And then layer that in with the noodles. It adds more vegginess. We didn't do that for time. Clearly we've done great on time today. Coated in the Italian again, or galaxy dust, or whatever you feel like.
And here it is. Yum yum. You got your layers of your ricotta in there. That's kind, because it is tofu, so it's gonna stay nice and it gets kind of firm, so to speak. I don't know if that's the right word, but.
Okay, if you would try this, if you love the look of it, put a fire in the chat right now because it looks pretty fire.
It's so good. It's just so good.
Do you ever put greens or broccoli in? I love eggplant and zucchini version. Heck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely we do. I was just saying. I love these noodles. They're just like so simple and the texture works for, because some people like pre-cook their noodles and stuff.
Is anyone jealous of Dylan right now? Like,
yeah,
it's kind of torture.
My life is good.
Look at all the fires in the chat, Dill. You're on fire right now.
Ooh, you like the look of this one, do ya? This one's really good. I can't take that big of a bite. I'll burn my face off.
Oh, heart's on fire from Marabat. That's serious.
The richness of the tofu, but it's not so rich like if you used a bunch of fat. It's like starchy richness. It's just so good. And the little topper with the cashews, that's nice. That's a nice touch. Really, really good.
Already bought the sauce to make this, said Adrian. Good, that means we did our job really well.
We did our job. Did you want a little of this? And
yeah.
then this, by the way, I just keep this on the counter. Here you go, my love. I just keep this on the counter for a few days until we've eaten it. Because once it's made, you just end up eating it on everything.
Here's my plate. I never take the first taste, you guys, because I'm a baby when it comes to the hot food. I need my food cooled off along with the children's.
Where are my little lids to this? Whatever. I end up putting it in a different container because I lose all my lids to this stupid blender. It's a great blender though. The little cheap $20 bullet blender is a nice tool to have for small batches of things. Sorry, Reebs, you taste away, baby.
So good. So good.
Here's what we're doing on the screen. This is our infomercial. This is the Well Your World QVC show. We do this a couple times a year. It's going to be our trend. I'm what?
You're on me.
I know. I'm trying to get your taste.
Oh, my taste is so good. I'm just gonna like shovel it in my mouth because it's so good.
But yeah, we're gonna try to make this 2 to 3 times a year sort of thing. But we're also gonna come out with more product recipes. We're getting into the groove. It's just we've been so busy, but life is good. I'm not complaining.
So delicious.
Still too hot to handle.
The faux parmesan was what again?
It was cashews, nooch, stardust. In no measured order, just a handful
willy-nilly.
A handful of each, whatever. And it's really good. It's just got it's just a nice topper.
Can you do lasagna with the normal spiral noodles? I always have those on hand. What do you mean by spiral noodles? You can do
Rotini?
it with You can do it with penne pasta, but then you can't call it lasagna anymore. You have to call it mastachole.
That's right.
It's called mastachole.
That word I did not know before you. I'm not gonna lie.
If you're, I don't know, I mean, I know it's an Italian word, but in the Midwest, you go to an Italian restaurant or a pizza restaurant and you order mastachole, which is basically just lasagna made with regular rotini or fusilli noodles, yeah.
Okay, Reebs, you need to be entertaining for a minute. I need a couple of pieces of cookware.
Oh, but, so yes, use it with whatever pasta you have. Naturally, you gotta change the name and fancy up the Italian accent. Got it.
What was that? Okay.
Oh, you guys are so funny. Is it normal that I ate a meal at the beginning of the show and now I'm ready for another meal? Yes, it's normal.
That's normal.
And when we do our live cooking show, I always say, please eat beforehand or else you'll get hungry during the show. Or make a potato and have it on you just in case.
Okay, let's get this water going. We're gonna blanch some asparagus for this next dish.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Let's get that boiling.
Thanks everybody so much for your orders.
Yeah.
Really means a lot to us. This is our full-time job. It's what we do for a living. So you're supporting our family and the wonderful people that work for us that are part of our extended family now, like Sandra.
They sure are. Okay, we got some water going. We'll blanch some asparagus. We're also gonna do a little saute.
Is it ready to do a giveaway yet? Or?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, let me see my giveaway questions.
And you need to think about what we're giving away.
Well,
we just did the lasagna. Let's give away 2 bottles of sauce, a marinara magnifica and a mushroom basil, and Italian seasoning. Okay, those 3 items together. And you can use one of each. You know, your lasagna can have 1 mushroom basil and 1 magnifica, whatever. So we're giving away a lasagna pack, Italian, and our 2 marinaras. Okay. Okay. That's going to be our next giveaway. Hold on, don't do it yet. That was the lasagna. Don't care.
Okay.
We are ready for your question.
Here's my question. Now I'm ready. What is the most unusual place you've ever meal prepped or eaten your plant-based food?
Meal prepped or eaten?
Yeah.
Okay.
The most unusual place you've ever meal prepped. Meal prepped is more interested than eaten.
Meal prep is more interesting. We've all eaten in weird places.
Somebody's meal prepped in a hospital, campground, hotel room, airport, RV, in a tent trailer in the mountains, around a campfire.
Sounds beautiful.
Hotel room, in my car. Mm-hmm. In my car, a lot of cars.
A lot of cars.
Does anyone drive for a living and they have to always prep in their car? Hotel room. Oh my God, a McDonald's?
What?
Please explain.
You're gonna have to tell the whole story if you want to win. Just kidding.
A storage closet, okay. Black tie wedding, okay.
Wow. That could be eating too.
Lots of people in the car. I want to hear how this works. What do you mean?
They could be saying eating, not necessarily meal prepping.
Oh, that's true. I did ask both versions of it.
You put both.
Hotel, family reunion, sister's house. On the deck, just to be in the sunshine. I never thought about that.
Love
Doing
that.
meal prep outside just so you get a little, fresh air and some sun. That's awesome. At a quilt retreat. Love that. How far did you have to travel for the retreat? That's pretty cool. I wish I had more hobbies, honestly.
Oh, I'm crying from the onion. Are we ready to choose a
Jennifer
winner?
says, actually a 90th birthday party, car, yurting, hotel bathroom.
Choose a winner. Misty. You're our winner. Email us, Make sure we've got your most latest address.
They said yurting, and I don't even remember what that is.
Seamacy?
Yeah.
Well, a yurt is like, it's like camping, right?
Is it?
Yeah. A yurt is, well, a yurt is a structure. It doesn't have to be for camping only.
Oh,
I
now
see a lot of
remember.
glamping yurts.
Yeah, and now I know what a yurt is.
I'm crying over the onion. Okay. The water is boiling. We don't really need it yet. Let's just turn it down.
Okay, that was a funny one.
That was a funny one. Okay, I chopped an onion. What else? I haven't made this one in a minute. We got some garlic. No, we don't. Is there another? Did you have this in more than one place? Let's get some garlic out.
Oh.
She's human, guys.
Yeah.
Can of chickpeas. Okay, let's just get this sauteing.
A pimp at a restaurant.
Oh, we need to make polenta. Oh, I need to get
Ooh.
water going for more than one reason. This is a polenta dish. Oh boy, that's gonna be tricky. Okay, I'm gonna move the Spaghetti-Orzos. Reeves, keep talking.
Or you could just do the wrap.
Wow.
In-car
Just
prepping and
canceling
eating.
it.
So anyone that's prepped in the car, what did that look like and why? I want to know the reasoning behind it.
They might have just been eating though.
Well, they said prepping and eating.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, well we're gonna keep going. I'm not in a big rush. I thought I'd be more tired by now, but y'all just keep me going.
You took a break and you've been eating, so you've had energy to just keep going. Mm-hmm. And the people, they demand the recipes.
It has been nice to eat.
My friend wasn't very accepting of my food choices, and she chose a steakhouse for us to eat when we went on a shopping trip. Doesn't sound like a very good friend. One. Just gonna say it how I read it, unless you have more context.
You sure did.
But also, steakhouses can be some of the most vegan-friendly places to order food because they usually always have a baked potato. They can do steamed vegetables. You'd be surprised. So, that van lifers cook in their vehicles, yes. And I'd love to know more about what kind of tools that you guys use. I feel like if I were ever to have like an RV or, is the screen okay? An RV or a tiny house or something, I would just only get this Breville Smart Oven and not do a regular oven because why don't more restaurants have beans? Christy, I wonder that all the time. It's like, why can't you just...
It's really weird. I'm
Yeah.
throwing in a little garlic. We're getting to the bottom of our garlic here.
I do find steakhouses easiest to stay whole food plant-based, and usually they have like an iceberg lettuce salad type of thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, Maribeth said, I did Reeb's suggestion at my granddaughter's marching band competition where we were not allowed to bring food in. So I got a hot dog bun with no meat, but all the fixins. I also, even if they say no, I would highly encourage you to sneak in a baked potato and put all the fixins on top of that if you're going to a baseball game or anything like that.
Reeves, I have done the hot dog bun with you before.
Yeah, we've done the hot dog
I thought
bun.
you invented it, but clearly there are other people
She
coming
said
up with this.
No, she said she did it because of me.
Oh,
I
it's
did
because of you.
invent it.
I'm multitasking. I'm getting prepped.
The cool thing is too about the hot dog bun hack is they get so frustrated because there's not like a button for it that
Yeah.
they usually just give you the button. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, or they just throw it at you.
They're like, just take it.
Get out of my line.
Exactly. Why don't Mexican restaurants offer plain beans? You'd be surprised. Ask. There's a place we like to go to a lot, and one day I'm like, wait, do you have whole beans? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, all right.
But you know, what I usually do is peer at the menu and try to devise different, things from the various ingredients from different menu items. And then I'm like, can you make me that salad, but without all that, but add this on this item, and this over here, and do you really have this pilaf thing? Not till 5 p.m.
Megan says, I'm a firefighter and I keep a can of beans, the kind with a tab on top for hand opening, on the fire engine at all times in case we're on the scene for several hours.
Wow, that is really impressive. That's dedication.
Yeah.
That would be a really hard job for a lot of people to eat compliant food. I've got a nice big bunch of asparagus. I'm gonna keep chatting there, Reebs, but I'm gonna chop this. I'm gonna leave the thickest parts of the thickest stems out, but I'm gonna cut this into like bite-sized pieces. Oh, I love the tips. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
Those asparagus tips.
Oh, did you want to gander at that frozen asparagus?
Yeah, I do want to. Okay, I'm gonna save these butts. Asparagus butts. Oops, I missed one.
I went to an Asian healthy food restaurant. Even the vegan pad thai came with oil-drenched tofu. I left it in my bowl. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, nobody has figured out that
like no oil they like
great.
literally don't understand.
Any other stems that aren't so thick? Here's a few. Okay.
If you guys, there's too many people here in the chat right now to answer individual like troubleshooting about your order. So just send an email to Cassandra, hello@wellyourworld.com if you're having trouble getting your members discount or whatever it may be.
But it should be, if you log in and you type in the word member, it should, as long as you are a member, it should work. Okay, well, we don't have that much left. We're pretty close, but I want to keep going because I'm having a fun time, okay? How about you? It's been 2.5 hours. And we are going to make some polenta with a really tasty asparagus on top. This is kind of specific, but it's just such a good dish. And you can use our lemon pepper. You can, my recipe's gone. I guess we're gonna use our lemon pepper and our veggie broth as kind of the Well Your World products for this. And so let's do this. And we've got this little, I've got a couple cups of water, plus I measured what's in the pot over there to make the polenta. Let's turn that down a little. I'm going to blend up a little bit of cashew, a little bit of cashews. That was only a 1/4 cup in this whole big, how much cornmeal is this? 2 cups of cornmeal, only a 1/4 cup of cashews. So let's blend this. And then I need a bowl. That's a little small. Okay. So dump this in. This is that, just 2 cups. And I need to clean my blender. Be entertaining for 1 second, Reeps. You gotta rinse your blender while it's wet, okay? Nobody likes a crusty blender. That's my public
You're doing
service.
awesome, says Belinda.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Dylan and Reeves. You guys are welcome. We love doing this. I want to do it more often, but it is a lot of prep.
Next is, we got the couple cups of cornmeal. Let's just whisk it in. This is where we get the clumps out, okay? That's why I'm not doing this right into the pot. So when you've got all the clumps out, this is just room temp, and I blended in those cashews just to give it a little creaminess. You don't have to do the cashew thing, but it is a very nice touch. Now let's go over to the stove, and we gotta turn that off. We also need to turn Reebs off, bye. And we're gonna whisk this in. I'm handed so that you can't really see everything I'm doing, but I'm whisking this in to my pot of boiling water. Keep that whisk going. Spray this off. Save so much time cleaning up if you clean up as you go. And now just keep whisking this. Let's crank the heat, get it back up to a little boil, and we're gonna bring it right back down. And this is how we make polenta, usually in a much bigger pot than this, but I'm running out of pots.
He's been on a cooking spree.
And it doesn't take too long to like thicken up and get going. You can let it cook for longer. I'd say we do like 10, 15 minutes. I'll go look at the recipe. What's actually printed on the recipes ought to be what I tell you. Keep us going there, Reeves.
How long will this food last, y'all?
Well,
with Dylan's appetite, it doesn't last as long as I'd like. Anna says, I just put some McRib sauce on my toddler's dinner and she just keeps saying, more sauce.
More sauce.
Kids love sauce. You know, I really should make the McRib sauce for Luca because he won't eat anything unless it has sauce on top.
Yeah, it's gotta be saucy.
Yeah. Otis will eat anything. Yesterday they had lemon orzo soup and I made them like hummus roll-ups and they just loved it.
It's pretty much always Well Your World recipes because that's what we eat.
Yeah, this is how we eat.
We're just stirring polenta. Polenta is quite underrated in my opinion. It's really great as a base, like you would use rice, quinoa, you know, a baked potato. We love to make our mushroom cacciatore recipe, which is so good, and we just serve it right over polenta. Okay, turn that heat down. Turn that heat down. As it thickens up, you're going to be able to lower the heat more and more. I'm still going to leave it at my kind of rolling boil 6.5 number. And then as it starts thickening up, as soon as you're at a boil, it's going to start thickening up fast. You can just gradually lower your heat until you're at about a 2. This already needs to keep coming down. I'm at a 4 now.
You shouldn't have to cook for the rest of the week. That's my hope every time. That's my hope. Like when we do the cooking show, it will last through the weekend, sometimes into the week if we're lucky, but I love leftovers. Anyone that gets bored of leftovers, like what?
I'm gonna put this on. I don't use this thing very often, the splash guard.
Your little splash zone.
But this is one of those times because my pot is just too small. And once it's real thick, you don't need to whisk anymore. You can use just a wooden spoon. See, look at that. It's beautiful. And so I got it right down to a 2 now, and it's still just boiling away. And you'll just keep giving it a stir. Don't just walk away for the rest of the time. But make sure it's not stuck to the bottom too much. Ooh, it sprinkled on me. Ouch. This is not OSHA approved way of doing this polenta. But as you can see, it's getting nice and thick already. Maybe I turn it down to a 1.5. And let's just keep that buzzing. Okay.
Lori says, I once ordered steamed asparagus, no oil. The waitress brought out very shiny asparagus. I asked what was on it. She said, oh, I had the chef add butter.
I had the chef. Come on. That's terrible.
People just don't know.
Okay, in here I've got onion, garlic. Let's get this sauteing too. And we still got some veggie broth that we can use for sauteing. And as you can see, like I was saying, where are you? There we go. You can see it's settled a bit, but there's still tons, of flavor in the liquid, but just give it a stir. And then that'll be our sauté juice.
Dan said, I just made the mushroom cacciatore the other night. That's my dinner.
I love
I also add red peppers and roasted corn.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, let's get the onions nice and soft. And then it's really just put all these things together. You're going to see. And for those of you who don't know yet, these are the deals we're running right now in our store.
Ends at midnight.
Up to 20% off. The more you buy, the more you save. And yeah, it's going until midnight. And it's set to automatically turn off so that my heart and soul doesn't have to go into it. Because I'm always like, well, we'll go a little longer for people. Because we're going to hear from somebody who says, I didn't get there in time.
And then we'll be softies and we'll be like, here you go.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any stuff.
Polenta is great and overly forgotten. I agree.
It's an amazing base, so creamy and delicious. Okay, so this is a really simple little saute that's going over top of our polenta. I can hear it start to simmer now. And how we doing over here? Yum. I'm just gonna keep, oh, it's not sticking to the bottom. Once you get the heat low, you don't run the risk of it burning on the bottom so much. I'm using the same spoon. It's the Dylan way here. One time somebody wrote us and said, Dylan, you're all over the place in that kitchen. Do you guys make your products in your kitchen? I'm like, no, of course not. We have a real commercial kitchen with rules.
Yeah.
Okay, that's looking beautiful. Now what I'm gonna throw in is lemon pepper pizzazz. This is the one that goes with this. We've been doing lemon pepper quite a bit today and have heard from a lot of people that really love it. Sprinkle in a little lemon pepper pizzazz. I didn't measure, but you can if you want.
Okay, people are still joining.
And I have a little dried basil too. That's in the recipe.
If you're just joining, you just joined recently, we're just having a cook-a-thon because we have loads of savings, everything is on sale, and we have a PDF download of all the recipes we're making today, and Cass is gonna put it in the chat. Dylan right now, he's making a polenta and asparagus dish. It's gonna be delicious. We've made a ton of stuff already today. We made a lasagna, we've made spaghetti-Orzos.
Did you just say all the recipes are available down below?
Yeah, and Cassandra put it in the chat too. So even if you missed it, you can watch the replay. You got here late. These are all the recipes we're making. We went ahead and put them in a PDF for you, and everything's on sale till midnight. So,
awesome.
Are the t-shirts on sale too?
Yes, everything counts. Okay, let's get it so you can see all three of these pans. The nice thing about induction is stuff just doesn't get that hot on the outside, so you can cooking over a stove is not so hot. I highly recommend, for people who eat like us, I highly recommend induction. Notice that I've got it pretty juicy in there. What's with that, bro? I'm gonna add a little bit of chickpea flour, oat flour, whole wheat flour, and we'll just, I don't know if Reeb's pulled out enough, but it'll just kind of thicken this up and make it kind of like a creamy sauce. I'm gonna maybe get another, I think it needs maybe a tablespoon or so. That seems like about a teaspoon.
Mm-hmm. Lou's mom said, "You sure coming a long way from the gravy and cheese sauce days in the big plastic bags. Congratulations."
Oh, wow, you remember that, huh? Dang.
We kept a few of those for our
I do have a couple of souvenirs.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just chickpea flour. This is what I'm using. I just buy it in a big jug and keep it in these containers.
Is there a difference between polenta and grits?
I still want some juice in here. Grits are cut more coarsely. So polenta is a finer cut and grits are a coarser cut. So other than that, the same. Now, how you cook them, that depends on where you are. So this has like just a little creaminess to it. You can see how the liquid's kind of coating the onions different. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I can definitely tell here. Okay, the last thing I need to do is get this back going, and we're gonna blanch our asparagus just for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I let that cool down a bit, so we'll wait. But our polenta, can you see that still? Oh, it's covered by all of this stuff. Let's get this off. So there's our polenta, is just bubbling away. Look at it, it's getting nice and thick. Now, if you want it super smooth, you could cook it for 20 minutes, but I like it smooth, meaning like all of the grittiness is cooked. But I like a little bit of texture, so I'm okay with maybe about 10 minutes of cooking the polenta. Okay, there's the asparagus juice. Let's go, get that in. Keep it cranked. We're gonna give it 2 minutes, and we'll strain the asparagus. That's like, I do asparagus like I do broccoli. It just doesn't need very much time. Okay, need another spoon.
That looks so good.
And then the asparagus is gonna go in here, and then we'll serve it over here. But I just like an al dente. Oh, and I forgot, these are going in. Chickpeas. Almost forgot my chickpeas. Now I gotta add a little more juice and bring this back. I forgot it's a chickpea dish too. Doesn't have to be. You could just do greens and asparagus and the onion and all of that over the polenta. But this is a really nice, simple, tasty idea. Let's see how lemon peppery it is and if I want to add more. Ooh, that's good. And we'll just get those beans heated through. This is cranking. Oh, I love that. The onions are just still have a little bit of al dente, my favorite. And this just looks so creamy and perfect. That tiny bit of cashew makes the whole color a little bit lighter. You can just tell. We also love to make polenta with our Italian seasoning, a little bit of our Italian seasoning mixed in. Gorgeous. Those are done. That's all it takes, y'all. Let me strain this out and we'll throw them in with the beans. Oh, I love the flavor of asparagus. Boom, look how gorgeous.
Nancy said, I don't know how I'm going to remember all the tips in this chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying a lot of useful stuff in here today. It's a community. It's not just us up here on camera. Oh, there you have it. Okay. You could play with our mushroom gravy in this to thicken it.
Ooh, that could be fun. A lot of people say they like adding the cheese sauce mix right to the polenta.
Yeah, we got requests to do that today. We didn't do it, but that would be... You guys got a lot of ideas. Okay. Ready? Let's do... This is a nice big batch of polenta, but you know, once you get to eating it doesn't... You need to make a good sized batch. This was only 2 cups of cornmeal. I mean, this is the cheapest way to eat.
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was a clump. I'll get that back in and we'll mix it in.
But it's just like cooking rice or potatoes. I just like to make a big batch at once because then I got it in the fridge.
And now, look how beautiful.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
A little Well Your World lemon pepper.
And you say you're not a chef, but this looks better than anything I've gotten in a restaurant in the last 5 years.
I need more. I'm gonna put another big spoonful in there. No, I'm not a chef. And you don't have to be either. Just make good food. Make Well Your World recipes. You don't have to think about it. Yes, please.
Don't forget the drizzle of sriracha.
I like where your head's at. Can I have it out?
You definitely make it look easy, Dill.
It is. It is easy. How's that for a drizzle?
Well,
Like
Your
what you
World has
see?
helped me stay on track.
You help us too, believe me. If we didn't have you, it would be hard. I just love polenta. I feel like you're the one who really was responsible for bringing polenta to my life, you and Sylvia.
I
With
love
the
it.
roasted veggies. We did a whole episode on Sylvia's meal that she makes us. This is Reeves' kind of mom, pretty much mom. When we go back to Chicago. Roasted veggies and polenta.
Okay, we got a good one for you. Our son Cohen wants you to know this joke.
Ooh.
Which vegetable might be hiding in your basement?
Okay, I don't know.
Celery.
Excellent, the celery. In the old root cellar.
Do people still have a cellar?
We don't. That was more old school, huh?
Well,
or is it just cold climate?
Will kids eat all the recipes or just the O's?
Oh no, they'll eat a lot of this stuff. There are
Yeah.
definitely things like he'll pick around the asparagus and be whiny about that. Luca, Otis, anything. The lasagna they love. The salad, hit or miss on Luca. But anything that's really starchy, Luca's in for. The veggies, sometimes he picks around, but he gets them many other ways. Like, he doesn't go without his veggies, believe me. This is so good. Now, keep in mind, that polenta, like you ought to get it into a container. It thickens up, it's gonna set. The more you cook it, the more it'll set. and firm up, like oatmeal, like if you put oatmeal in the fridge. So be aware of that. You know, the more you cook, the more it's going to do that. But this will keep on the stove in wet form. Just keep it warm, you know, keep it covered, keep it on low, something like that. Really good. Okay, we'll make a wrap and then call it a day.
Deborah says, thanks for the show and today's sale. Just placed my order.
Well, thank you for the support.
Does
This is so
is Luca a skyscraper over all the kids his age?
I don't know.
Uh,
Well, he's at a Montessori, so the kids
yeah,
vary a lot in age. So it's hard to say because I can never guess a kid's age.
But his percentile's pretty up there, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, he's in like the 90s or something of height. Otis was in there too.
Yeah, Otis is really
thicker
tall.
though. Otis is Luca was always pretty thin.
Yeah.
But Otis eats a lot.
Otis is a pretty solid boy. They're only like 5 pounds different.
This is excellent. Just perfectly al dente asparagus. I'd offer this to her. Don't worry, she'll get it.
Wrap it up with a wrap. Perfecto. I'm kind of full, you guys. I've been like really going to town. I got all these dishes in front of me.
Okay, we're wrapping it with a wrap. Don't forget you can download all these recipes. Keep the Indian one in there, you guys. We didn't get to it today, but keep the curry one because it's really fast and easy. It's a version of what we made on our show just this past Friday.
That's the only one you're skipping?
Yeah.
Well, you did pretty good today.
Yeah, I did good. Yeah, that's the only one. And it's a simple curry potatoes that you can use our Indian seasoning for. And so don't miss that one, but you're missing it right now. That's good. Very easy barbecue wrap. Forget what our method is here. Reeves, keep us company. Oh yeah.
You did excellent, Dylan. Thank you both so much.
Oh, thank you.
What are you drinking? I'm just drinking a generic
Costco LaCroix. I actually like the Costco more than the LaCroix. The LaCroix gets a little fancy with some of their flavors that, gosh, I can't stop eating this. It's so good.
I remember my grandmother making sauerkraut in their cellar. Dylan's been making some sauerkraut lately, and it's so good. Yesterday at Trader Joe's, we're going to get into it, but somebody was talking about the Trader Joe's wraps. They were just completely out of the whole wheat lavash, and I was going to stock up because we make pizzas every weekend.
I find out that that's discontinued.
No, it had like the little label where they should be, and they were just out.
I'll go there and talk.
But I buy like 10 at a time, and I leave them in the freezer because almost every weekend we use our Well Your World pizza sauce, and we make a pizza, and the kids love it, and I love it.
And they keep the lavash, here it is. We have one piece left. It keeps really well in the freezer. In fact, if you don't keep it in the freezer, it'll get moldy. So we always keep it in the freezer. And they break apart while frozen. You know how tortillas can be really hard to separate when they're frozen? The lavash is easy to break apart.
Dylan topped it with sauce and toppings frozen and put it straight in the oven. And I said, is that gonna work? And he's like, just you watch. And I watched and I ate.
The thing is, you don't have to put it in the oven. It thaws so quickly that you could do a wrap on a frozen lavash, and by the time you're ready to roll it, it'll be ready for you too.
Lulu's mom says, I make the best veg wrap. It's a portable salad. It is.
Well, tell us more about it. Everybody wants to hear. If you say that much good about you, then we're gonna want to know the details.
Thank you for the sale.
Can of chickpeas.
It's the one I've been waiting for. I ordered your nooch for the first time and my first ever Well Your World shirt with many other things. Can't wait to get it all, says Trisha.
Happy to hear that. Thank you so much. Let's smash some chickpeas. And these are gonna just be our meat, so to speak.
I buy one whole package of lavash just to make crackers. Yeah, I love making crackers.
It's a really good cracker maker. These are a little tough.
Nancy said, it's like really hard to watch you guys eating.
Sorry. I'm not conscientious about it at all. I'm not afraid to just keep on stuffing.
Because it's making you hungry or you just don't like it?
Me? Oh, yeah. No, I think it's making her, she's jealous. It sounded like a jealousy-based comment. Okay, I've mashed up a can's worth of garbanzos, chickpeas, cup and a half. Doesn't matter how much.
This is a quick. Remember when we asked where's the weirdest place you food prepped? This is a real easy one.
You can do this there?
Yeah.
Wherever that place is for you?
Wherever that place was for you.
Rinse your masher. Nobody likes a crusty masher, am I right? Okay, so that's mashed. All we're mixing is, well, let's get this part done. Okay, does the onion go in there? No, the onion's gonna go in our there. You don't even have onion on here. Why is that there?
Oh, because I saw red pepper and then I'm like, red onion? A little sliced red onion might be nice.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it goes with barbecue
ad-libbed.
sauce. Yeah, I went rogue.
Okay. So then we throw in some corn. This is the Trader Joe's fire roasted corn. The next thing they're gonna discontinue. Am I right? I'm kidding. They're not gonna. That one I bet a lot of people buy. And then barbecue sauce, half a cup, you know, whatever. This is the Well Your World barbecue sauce. That's what we're pubbing on this one. Our kids love the Well Your World barbecue sauce. My goodness. That's not enough. We need more. I'm not measuring.
We make them chickpea nuggets almost every week and send them to school with the Well Your World barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm. Chickpea nuggets, another really awesome kid food. I don't know if that one's, it might just be in our membership still, but you all signed up for the membership, so you'll have access to it. Okay, that's that's the bulk of our starchy filling. Rock and roll. Then let's just use this baking sheet for all the veggies that I'm gonna prep really fast. So we'll take and prep some celery. Let's just cut some nice thin strips.
So your kids aren't shy about spices or seasonings? No, that part they're absolutely okay with. They don't like it spicy.
Like
but,
hot.
Right.
But we
but
definitely,
they like spices.
But we don't hold back. Like I still put crushed red pepper in things, and Luca doesn't complain anymore. He got used to it.
Yeah.
So there's some celery. We'll set that here.
We definitely did exposure therapy with the hot stuff for them because I was like, I'm not making it less hot for you guys. I'm making it.
And we don't make it
way.
fire. Like if we're doing fire, then we do add the sriracha, like you've been saying. So, but like I'm not gonna do 100% mild. I'm just not. Okay, some sliced carrots. Is that what we were doing with this? Carrot sliced thin. Okay, excellent.
But I think I also told you to buy shredded carrots just in case you wanted to show that.
Okay, no, I don't.
Okay.
Some bell pepper. We did wash this, okay? We already washed. That's just the earth.
No need to separate with parchment paper. They come apart easily when frozen. What was that?
The lavash. No, you don't need to separate. We just throw the
they come
packages
apart,
in unopened, throw them right in. They crack easy.
Mm-hmm. I got lost.
Bell pepper. Slicing up some bell pepper, more than I need for one wrap, but hey, we're doing it. Okay.
Have you guys ever done sushi rolls or deconstructed sushi bowls?
Oh yeah. We sure have.
That's one that Luca loves to prep with me.
He loves mames.
Yeah, I want a mome.
That's edamame, in case you're wondering.
If you ever want to like keep your toddler busy, just give them a bowl of edamame and just let them squeeze out all the little things from the pods. And it's a snack and an activity in one.
Yep. There's some cucumber.
It's 6 p.m. here and I need to put together dinner for my husband and myself. Thank you so much for the info from both you and the members.
Thanks for being here.
Much to take in, so many ideas.
Excellent. Well, that's what we wanted to be here for, was to give you lots of ideas. I'm still eating. Okay, y'all, we gotta go. Here's our lavash. Oh, we did also buy the, I don't love these. They break apart. The lavash just stays fluid. But these Ezekiel tortillas, they're okay. I wanted to show them to you just in case. Okay, ready, Reebs?
Mamma mia, you're still going? I left and came back.
I know. Well, we were only gonna go 2 hours today, and we're at 3.
Yeah.
And don't forget what the deals are, y'all. If you're just joining us, where's that avocado I didn't use? I'm gonna use it now.
We're wrapping it up with a wrap, and then that'll be a wrap, okay?
So I'll just cut into this avocado the long way. And this is how I slice my avocado. Don't go through.
Energizer Dylan bunnies.
Well, I've been eating the whole time.
Fueling.
You know what I mean? Okay, are you ready? Here is our barbecue. Do I need to go this way? Yeah. Our barbecue wrap. And this is just an idea. Like, take this and run with it. Here is our garbanzo corn barbecue sauce filling. Then we just get your length right, you know? A little more.
You left it all long.
Is that okay? Isn't this how we normally do it?
Yeah.
Reebs ends up
But it
making
still
wraps.
makes me laugh. Why cut it? You're gonna bite it with your teeth.
Got some veggies in there. What do you want? A little spinach, maybe? Why not?
Yeah,
a
why
little
not?
spinach right here.
A little summer barbecue wrap. Now you can put that in your lunchbox and sneak it into wherever you're going.
Put that in your lunchbox and sneak it. And some avocado. And then if you want, just top with more barbecue.
Yeah, of course I want. What kind of question is that?
There we go. And you got a Well Your World barbecue wrap, complete with some greens and tons of veggies. Boom. Tell me that doesn't look beautiful. And a garnish of a piece of avocado
No.
that fell out. Okay, what do you think of that? Reebs, come on over here.
Okay. Yum, looks divine. Put a wrap in the chat if you love that wrap.
Oh, it's excellent. I need a napkin. This is really good. Grab that wrap. Taste it.
I'm gonna grab my own half of my wrap.
Well, we did at least like 8 things. Did we even taste? Oh, we did taste the kitchery, right? Yeah, we tasted at the beginning. I'm like, man, did we leave it in the Instant Pot? So we made we did a soup demo. We're gonna do one more giveaway. Don't run off yet.
Ooh, okay.
Reebs will have to go back and give one more question. But we did kitchery. We gave away some soups. We made the banana pancake mug cake. That was fun.
So good.
It's so simple. I'm not ready to talk yet.
I love the fresh veggies in there with the barbecue sauce. It's just perfect.
That little bit of crunch.
Perfect little summer wrap.
The corn. It's creamy. The avocado is good. Dang. We made a really awesome tomato artichoke salad
Oh, so good.
with our Italian and balsamic dressings. That was really, really good. Go back to that if you missed it. Then what did we do? We made the lasagna. Look at this gorgeous lasagna.
Bring it over.
We made a really schnazzy tofu ricotta with spinach. And then we used Well Your World marinaras. and just whipped up a lasagna lickety-split. No sautéing needed. We made Speedy black-eyed peas and greens that I was chowing on for quite some time before it was replaced by the...
Is this all that's left?
No, there's another pot of it going around. We did the Spaghetti-Orzos. That was a really tasty SpaghettiOs replacement. Throw on some steamed veggies for the veggie side of it. We made easy barbecue wrap, and we did the Lemony Asparagus Delight on Polenta, which I am going to dig back into for just one moment. Now we got to give something away. I want to give away another pack of soups. Let's give away another 4-pack of soups.
Ooh, okay. Should I pull up my questions?
Yeah. Back to you, Reeves.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Let's see what else
I'm
I
going to
have.
reset my from the last giveaway.
What other funny questions do I have in my bag of tricks?
Oh, do you have one ready? Don't read it until you tell me.
Okay, I'm not ready.
This is so good. This asparagus. If it's asparagus season, you're going to see some sales. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're going to see some sales at the store. Oh, I wanted to see that.
What time is it?
Okay, wow, it's even Sprouts brand asparagus spears frozen. This would work really well, especially if you're out of season. But with it being asparagus season, I think you're going to see some deals at the grocery store. I hope so. So hit that up. This is just asparagus, nothing else, with stovetop and microwave directions.
Okay, here's a good one. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready? Okay, giveaway time. We're giving away a 4-pack of soups to say goodbye.
Okay.
And don't forget all the deals we got going here. Okay.
What dish would you love to see Dylan demonstrate how to make SOS-free in an upcoming show?
All right, let's take those requests. What do you want to see? What do you miss? I mean, whether you miss it or not, irrelevant.
Thanks for a fun infomercial. All right, roll them in. Get your answer. Say again. What dish would you love to see Dylan demonstrate how to make SOS-free in an upcoming show?
Essentially, we're taking our requests. Total request line.
Roast beef stew, green curry, beef and noodles, Thousand Island dressing, baked beans, nuggets, meatloaf, fettuccine alfredo, brownies, spring rolls, cashew chicken, jalapeno cheese dip, no baked cookies, no chicken and rice, meatballs, tater tot casserole, we get that one a lot, meatloaf, a fish fry, lots of spring rolls. Hamburger helper, Donna, you're in luck. We have a delicious hamburger helper on YouTube already.
I gotta stop eating. I'm embarrassing myself.
Lots of meatloaf. So good. We can definitely do that. I have an awesome idea for a recipe. I probably shouldn't even say it out loud yet.
Then don't.
No, I'm going to.
Okay, say it.
It's a sheet pan bean burger with a cheese layer on top. We're working on it.
It's pretty much
coming
done.
soon to a theater near you.
It's really good. It's so easy.
Ooh, pad thai, yeah.
Can't wait till our Asian broth's out for that.
Yeah. It's like a resounding meatloaf request. It's easy. It's easy.
Okay, y'all. You can't win twice. Here we go. Ready, set, choose a winner. Ginny, you're the winner. Ginny Mullins, send us an email with your shipping address. We'll make sure to get you the soups. If you place another order, let us know. We'll combine them and get it out to you.
Pierogies.
Pierogi. We have played around with some dumplings. We just didn't play around that much.
Yeah.
So we could try again. Y'all, these are the deals going on right now. We've got a spend $75, get 10% off, $125, get 15% off. If you spend $225 after your member discount, you'll get 20% off your order. That means if you're a member, you're saving like 30% today. That's crazy. So, and that's everything in the store, you name it. Food, shirts, cookbooks.
And you guys, a lot of the recipes you wanted to see Dylan make, he's made in the membership. So become a member. We have a wonderful members index where you can look these up. And chances are we've done 160 episodes, so we've probably made it already.
A lot of them we have. I saw some requests that do exist. Shepherd's pie is one of them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all. We did at least, what, half a dozen giveaways today? That was cool. And we've got our best sales of the year. We might do this again in the fall. We don't do this kind of deal very often because I give away all the money. So, but get your shopping on. It'll be going until midnight. So if you catch this replay sometime today, the 29th of April, it'll still be for sale. If it's after that, I'm sorry. This is a one-day sale. It's going. It's not gone yet. So hurry up. All right, y'all. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a blast. Have a great week. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.